Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Hello, welcome to Kilig Cafe. Ay, ang aga ng mga tao. Hi,
Talaga
Jella.
Excited.
Hi, Jella.
Oh my
Hi,
God, may mga
Tanya.
Hi, Jella! Hi, Tanya!
Hi, Mina. Thank you for
Hi,
joining
Mina.
us. Ayan, so, nitong linggong to na-realize ko na 10-second delay pala tayo pag sa YouTube. So, hayaan muna natin silang pumasok. Tapos,
okay.
ayun. So anyway, good afternoon. Welcome to Kilig Cafe. And nakikita nyo naman, as you can see, puno yung kwarto, puno yung couch, kunwari, sa kapihan, ganyan.
Ikaw yung kwarto.
Wag nating pansinin yung backgrounds, ganyan.
Walang
But anyway, this afternoon, we're going to be talking about... Ayun. Hi, Kat. Hello. Good afternoon. Hello. Ayan. So, ngayong hapon, we're going to be talking about BL and GL. So, that's boys love and girls love. And I will be joined by our romance class authors, Bridge Bautista, Chi Rodriguez, Denise May P. Season, H. Bentham, and Ronald Lip. Yan. Hello, guys. Good afternoon. Hello naman kayo.
Hello.
Ayan. Si Bridge pala yung co-host ko this afternoon kasi ano tawag ito, most requested ka na dito sa sa cafe. Oo. Most requested ka na dito. Kaya thank you for being here. Yes. Oo, ayan. So anyway, to start our discussion this afternoon, I would like to invite the authors to please introduce yourselves. Ano tayo paano ba? Alphabetical or reverse?
Alphabetical talaga?
Alphabetical order, first name. So, Bridge.
Alphabetical order, middle name.
Ay, Ben, okay. Kasi
Ben.
si Ben kasi, sa announcement,
Ako ba?
H. Bentham siya. So, H, nandun siya sa gitna. So, ngayon
Sayang.
ikaw mauuna, Ben. Ayan, so, Ben, Bridge, Chi, Denise, and then Ron. Yan. So, okay. Please introduce yourselves. Tell us the books or the stories that you wrote. And if matapang kayo, i-announce nyo na kung meron kayong bagong librong lalabas.
Wala. Unahan ko na sa wala. Hello, hi. I'm Bentham. I have several anthologies. Several short stories. Parts of anthologies. Tapos lahat sila gay. So I have, most important, start here. Kita ba yan? Hindi.
Di
Start
masyado.
here. And then, sorry. And then I also have another gay story in Summer Fields. So, yeah. Upcoming works, always nasa editing board. Wala pa. Ayun lang. Thank you.
Basta may upcoming, yun yung importante.
Always
Ayun, okay.
upcoming.
Sige, next. Bridge, ikaw naman.
Hello everyone, this is Bridge. So I'm the author of Don't Tell My Mother, Yumi US, and also co-editor and contributor to Start Here. Upcoming books. A lot of stuff. I'm trying to work on a lot of stuff. So hopefully by this year we'll have something, and then another one next year. So
nice. Okay, Chi, let's...
Hi. Hi, I'm Chi Rodriguez. I wrote No Two Ways and high school, another FF story set in high school in Love and Other Questionable Life Choices. my characters are bi for in those two books. And as for upcoming works, mm, ah, mm,
Suddenly don't know.
Suddenly I cannot see. That is all.
Laging ganun yung, okay, upcoming works. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Totally fine. Okay. Next, we go to Denise.
Hello! Hi, classmates! So, andito naman po ako. I'm Denise May P. Season, and I was a contributor to Start Here. I wrote Shipping Included, and I also wrote the web series Boys Lockdown.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Thank you.
Ayan, okay. Next, we go to Ron.
Hi! Ako si Ronald Lim. Nag-contribute ako ng short story sa Kids These Days na Mail. Title is Yours is the First Face That I Saw. Tapos co-editor din ako ng Start Here along with Bridge.
Yeah. Thank you, Ron. Okay. May tanong si Mina. Lol, ano na?
No comment. No comment.
Sa ano na lang tayo mag-usap-usap sa mga group chat na lang. Sa group chat na lang natin pag-iiyakan lahat ng mga yan. Anyway, ayun. So this afternoon yun nga, we're gonna talk about BL and GL. And tawag dito, I think let's define terms muna. What is BL and what is GL. So ako nag-Google ako no isang araw kasi gusto ko nga malaman kung ano yung actual definition niya. But you can also, syempre, you can add to it if you know something else. Ang nag-Google ko lang was, in Japanese publishing, when you say BL and GL, it's a story that depicts a relationship between two boys or two girls, two males or two females. So, yun yung parang pinaka-basic niya na definition. Meron ba kayong madadagdag doon sa definition na yun? Or is it just that's the standard?
I think that's pretty much the standard eh.
Yun na siya.
Kasi
So
everybody's taking from that tradition and adding our own parts to it.
Pero just to be clear, when you say BL and GL, not necessarily romance agad siya, di ba?
Yeah. Parang depicting nga lang relationship. So,
Yung pairing lang talaga yung ano niya.
oh. Kasi
Yeah,
it was
okay.
it was
Yeah.
spun off from yung Yuri and Yaoi, di ba? But those were more specifically kumbaga higher heat level stuff na it's more like that. Kaya they spun off na something specifically lang na it doesn't have to be sexual or it doesn't have to be anything like that, just depicting the relationships between two guys and two girls. Yun lang yung nila. Wala namang specified na kailangan happy ending or anything.
Okay.
However,
sige.
For our purposes this afternoon,
yes.
diba? Dapat,
Correct.
oo.
However, since we are romance authors,
Since we are romance authors,
Mga happy endings to.
everything
yes.
that we recommend here will now be HEA or HEA.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Tama. Okay. So, yan. Define na natin kung ano yung BL at GL. Mag-question and answer muna tayo. Mag-interview portion muna tayo. And, of course, if you're watching, wait lang, si Tanya. Ang dami daw ayaw mag-iwan ng receipts. Totoo yan.
Don't leave a trail.
Baka kasi may mag-screen cap or may mag-screen record na mga sasabihin dito. Ayan. Hello, sa mga bagong dating. Hi, Kat. Hi, Angeli.
Hi.
May tanong si Tanya. Ang sagot
Ayan.
niyan hindi. hindi siya romantic. Hindi siya specifically romantic. Basta relationship lang between two boys.
Yeah. And the definition of yaoi actually has no plot. No plot, no nothing.
Erotic lang.
Just sex!
Wait, i-define yung Yaoi at saka Yuri is, Yaoi is the BL, di ba?
BL.
Oh,
Yaoi is BL.
yung,
And then the
Yuri
Yuri is the
yung
GL.
porn without plot ng BL, tapos porn
Ayan,
without plot
okay.
ng GL yung Yuri.
Hello, Jay. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Jay.
Ayan. Okay, so first question. Yeah, first question agad. First question.
Ayun!
Hawak kamay. Heartbeat.
Ayan. Question number
Sige,
1.
sige.
Okay. So, ito.
May sa
So, what...
baba. May sa baba.
Okay, pag sinabi kong go, charot lang. Ayan, sige.
Wow.
What's a BL or GL thing? So, it's not para basta anything, like TV show, web series, movie or manga that you recently liked, and why did you like it? So,
Alphabetical
since yung introduction natin kanina, reverse. Ay, yung introduction kanina, alphabetical. Ngayon, reverse naman.
Yes, go
Ay!
on.
Ulit ako yun.
Napakidura ako! This is a This is homophobia! Hindi ko inaasahan.
It's a hate crime.
Out of nowhere.
Yes.
Teka,
Pwede mag-pass?
yung pinaka-recent na napanood ko, and retroactively ko lang mas na-appreciate because of a video essay I watched regarding Nuance, is yung The Untamed. It's this
Okay.
long Chinese historical wuxia thing. Like, nasa Netflix, 50 episodes. Na-appreciate ko lang, na-re-appreciate ko because of the video essay that I watched. Kasi when I first watched it, medyo, I felt na it wasn't gay enough. Pero like it's a little more subtle, hindi as out there yung gayness of it. Pero yung pinanood ko yung video essay on Nuance, and especially considering yung culture where the story was made. Pag tinignan mo yung The Untamed, it's very boundary pushing considering ang environment sa China regarding homosexual relationships being depicted. So, yung tinignan ko nga yung the things it's managed to push, yung naipakita nila under the censorship to really say, these two guys are gay. They're gay, they're having sex, they're gay. So, na-re-appreciate ko kasi na-realize ko maybe why it felt lacking to me when I first watched it. Kasi I was viewing it through a Western lens na for something to be gay, kailangan like,
Please.
kissing, dicks out, ganyan. like, but like, within the culture that it was made, and with all the censorship na kailangang sundin, they really pushed the boundaries and really told their audience through cultural cues na they're very gay. I mean, do they bang? It's implied. Kasi it's China. If you show them banging, baka wala na yung mga artistang yun. Hindi mo na sila makita ever. So I've read up on it, especially from fans who know the culture, na it's implied. And if you know that yung cultural signifiers na pinakita dun sa series, they bang. Pero yun nga, if you don't do that deep dive into the culture, you're going to think, Pero
Okay.
yes, it's implied that they're banging.
Okay.
I love it.
Basta meron. Basta they did.
Meron.
Basta meron.
Based kasi siya
parang-
sa novel. As in, afterwards, as in gumawa pa ng stuff yung author, na yun nga, yung isang character apparently likes to be tied in bed pag nagsisex sila. As in talagang, she was out there saying, these homosexuals are fucking.
Ganda.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry, I'm a homosexual.
It's okay. It's okay.
Ayan, sabi ni Tanya, so parang heat level 2.
Ay,
Hindi, kasi ang heat level 2 ng
Parang
romance
one.
class ay, fade to black. Tama ba?
Oo.
Tama, di ba? Fade to black.
Fade to black.
Or baka 1.
Kasi mention lang.
One yung mention.
yung images that you see, it's a one.
It's a 1.
Mm.
Okay. Level 1 daw, Tanya.
Level.
Ayan, this is
I
important
have
for
to,
me.
Yeah.
the things that I don't like about it is not how they portray the gay stuff. Pero like, I guess endemic dun sa 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 TV landscape nila. Kasi like,
Mhm.
I'm assuming pinalabas siya weekly sa China. Pinanood ko kasi ng isang baksakan. So like,
Oh, okay.
minsan lang,
Haba nun.
yung nangyari, alam mo nang nangyari, inuulit dun sa next episode. Pero I'm guessing kasi nga may week-long na na pagitan. So if
May
you're
gap.
watching it, as it was coming out, it's okay. Pero pag pinanood mo na isang upuan, parang, I know this already. Like,
Correct.
saka yung straight storyline, I'm sorry to all the straights. Yung straight storyline doon, super boring. Like, I literally skipped the whole straight storyline. I did not miss anything important. Skip the straight parts.
Ang
I mean, for
intimidating
what?
talaga, pero
Diba? Forgettable yung
nga ng
story.
Untamed.
Okay.
Next
Thank you, Ron. Okay, si Denise naman. Denise, what's your answer to this question?
Okay, I don't think I have anything to recommend, but there are 3 BL shows and books that I am very interested in, and I would like to mention them kasi I'm pretty sure I would end up recommending them when I do see them. So the first one is the Heartstopper series by Alice Oseman. It's a graphic novel told in 4 parts about 2 boys in high school who end up liking each other. So it's like in the tradition of boys love manga. This is written by an Australian artist/author. And the tropes are very BL. Coming of age, young love. The art is fantastic. So I'm very curious to read that. Parati siyang out of stock sa local bookshops natin. So I am really hoping to get my hands on those 4 volumes, Heartstopper. And then, sa series naman, I'm very curious about Cherry Magic, which has been, ang daming nagre-recommend about it. It's based on a manga from Japan. And it's romance in an office setting.
Sorry kung
And there's
nakatingin
also
ako
a
sa gilid.
supernatural.
Sinesearch ko yung
There's
mga
a supernatural element to it. Oh, there's a supernatural element to it na parang the main character is sort of psychic. Parang when he touches you, alam na kung ano yung nafe-feel nung nakahawakan niya. Parang ganon. I'm very curious about that. And the third one that I'm also curious about, I mentioned it on my Twitter account the other time, but it's a Netflix adaptation, live action adaptation of one of my favorite BL manga called What Did You Eat Yesterday? Kino Nani Tabeta.
Oh.
So that's showing right now on Netflix, and I've been meaning to watch it, but I think it deserves my full attention, kaya hindi ko pa siya sinisilip. Pero those 3 main things I'm very curious about and really want to get my feet wet with. So I will let you know if they are really worth recommending. But in my heart, I'm pretty sure they are. So yeah, that's for me.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you,
thank
Denise. Thank you. Okay, sino sunod? Wait, si Chi.
Ako na nga pala. And let's start na lang siguro ako sa most recent. Although hindi siya full-blown GL, but in the series, nevertheless, meron kasi dong FF pairing, si Sol and si G1, they're best friends. It's a side story, but I was just so happy na they became canon. Because sometimes they don't give that to us. So I appreciate na there was a side pairing na 2 girls and then they were canon and it wasn't like a heavy story or whatever. And if you don't want to sit through Nevertheless, I promise there are compilations on YouTube of just their moments. Just search for Solji 1. They're 20 minutes long. you can just watch that if you don't want to sit through Nevertheless. But it was just a simple best friends to lovers type of story na they're in college and there are complicated feelings and stuff like that. But ayun, I was happy na they were canon and HEA yung ending nila at the end of the series. And then another one that not so recent na I wanna recommend is this short web series, 3 episodes lang. It's the title is Out of Breath. It's Korean. It's super soft. It's super I get it's so light and ano they dealt with some topics, some heavy topics for queer people like the issue of being out period and being out in public as a couple and stuff like that. But the execution was just really light. The pace is very chill. Ang story nito bale one of the girls just came from a breakup and then her best friend put her in a dating app where she met the other girl and then they did this dating list. They agreed to do the first girl's dating list. Meron siyang bucket list and then they did it like one item a day. And then until eventually 3 episodes lang to ha, but like it was well developed. Parang they did one thing from the list every day until by the end of episode 2. Mamol! Char. And anyway, basta ayun. And then
You had me
masaya
at
lang siya.
normal.
Masaya lang siya. The kiss was very sweet and realistic for how awkward they are. Basta
How many minutes per episode?
the
Akala
first
ko
one was
tatanungin mo how many minutes yung momo. Which is important too.
Sa ano na lang, sa GC na lang.
Oo, the first episode was I think 10 maiksi lang, 10 minutes lang and then
okay.
the next 2 episodes
30
are
minutes.
like 20 minutes each. 3 episodes lang siya and then may extra episode lang kasi there's a there's a best friend angle na hindi nila in-explore which is great. I mean, it will complicate things. Meron silang Mickey. Jay, hello, nandiyan ka sa audience. Hi. Meron silang Mickey. Pero nilagay lang nila as an extra episode to confirm na may crush nga siya dun sa best friend niya. But anyway. Ayun. But it's fun. I recommend please Out of Breath. It's parang I think 2 years ago, 2009. It's on YouTube. All the episodes are on YouTube and sub. And then another na I don't know if it's like recommend or whatever, but like this artist I follow because we're talking GL in various media. Si Sai, I think I'm pretty sure some of you have seen her around Twitter. Si Sai Pandesai, because she makes beautiful FF artwork in general, but I like these na very Pinoy. Especially
Cute
the
nga.
one on the upper right, yung naka-Filipiniana sila and then they're kissing sa may window. It's so soft. Ayan,
Sorry,
I
but
follow-
the one with the guitar na naka-varsity,
Diba?
tapos,
Diba?
my God, it's so high
Oh
school.
my God, it's so
Parang
high
high
school talaga.
school.
Sobrang gusto ko yung work niya na na ganyan, na FF tapos Pinoy high school, ganyan. So, I love it. I follow her. I think she's Pandesai both on Twitter and TikTok. Basta, I love her. She's the best.
Oh, she has TikTok.
So,
Does she animate
Yes.
things?
Oo, may mga dinodrawing siya na transfer.
Ayan. Alam ko, minsan may na-retweet na rin yata ako mga work niya kasi nga ang ganda. Tsaka it's reminiscent of things.
Oo, kasi it's like meron pa siya na meron siya na naka-Filipiniana sila pero nasa parang may mga lilies sa paligid. Nasa tubig sila tapos may mga lilies na nagalitin sila. Basta ang gaganda nung art niya, sobra. Anyway, ayun.
Excuse me, J3.
So
Huwag ka
yun,
maingay.
yung mga recent favorites ko.
Okay. Thanks, Chi. Okay,
Bridge.
next si Bridge naman, Bridge.
Ayun, so there are a couple of works that I recently liked. One is nasa Netflix. It's a GL anime called Bloom Into You. So ang formula niya is the standoffish senior and the cheery new girl. Pero this formula has given me headaches. and has burned me twice already with strawberry panic and citrus. So, yung citrus talaga yung pinakamalala. As in, please avoid that at all costs. It's on Netflix, but please avoid that and turn your attention into Blooming to You. So, the interesting thing about Blooming to You is how they start the romance. The premise is cute and weird and strange because you, the red-haired girl, the pink-haired girl, ang hanas niya sa life ay parang hindi siya makadevelop ng interest towards her peers or her classmates. So every time a boy classmate confesses his love for you, hindi niya ma-feel yung same na alam mo yun, yung kilig, yung love, so ganyan. So she stumbles upon Toko, yung black hair, while on an errand to the student council. So si Toko, nakita niya na nag-reject rin ng confession ng isa niyang classmate. So she immediately thought na Toko was like her. So they bonded over that. And then, wait lang. They bonded over that. And then, until si Toko nag-confess siya kay Yu. And then, yung premise na yun was so funny because, like, Toko was, hey, I like you. And then Yu was like, sorry, but I don't think I can like you back. And then Toko was like, that's okay, just let me like you. Don't fall in love with me. Ganyan. Kasi nga, she has this whole tragic past. And then when you get past that premise, you see them approaching, you see them circling each other, you see them falling in love with each other without them knowing. And it's just, yung parang dance na palapit sila ng palapit sa isa't isa until it hits them na, oh my God, I like her. It's parang, yeah. So, it's happy ending siya.
Nice.
And then,
Sorry. Later.
Another recommendation, wait, Lola, is an adult GL webtoon called What Does the Fox Say? So, shit, nakita ko na naman. Wait lang. Nakita ko yung bida na
Control. Compose yourself, Bridge.
Okay. So what does the Fox Say is an adult office GL. It follows the same formula, no? So the standoffish senior is Sumin, the one with the black hair. And then the new girl is Sungji, the one that's blonde. So Sumin is a project manager in an IT company, and then Sungji is the new girl under her at work. In the first few chapters.
I'm too bastos for this.
Yeah, so it's adult, so it will have sex and a lot of steamy scenes on the page. The premise here is also very cute. They set it up really well because Sungji is the kind of character, she's the soft and gentle character that I wish I could write, as in sobrang pure softness, pure cinnamon roll. And the way they drew Sumin, si ating nakabra, the way they drew Sumin is that her tragic past has left her a little bit, a lot jaded about life. So she feels like everyone who likes her, everyone who is nice to her, always has an agenda in the back of their pocket. So she's confounded by the way Sungji is, by Sungji's honesty, by Sungji saying what she means, by Sungji having simple joys, and tapos na
ang daming emoji sa comment.
Ayun, tapos so nako-confuse siya kay Sungji. So parang yung conflict niya is hindi niya alam kung lalayo siya or try niya lumayo, but at the same time, she's drawn to Sungji because she's something that she's not used to. Tapos, ayun, so, it does get heavy in the middle parts kasi parang once their feelings get entangled and then merong mga kontrabida rin siya, it does read like a K-drama or a telenovela. So it will have those beats. Pero the the main romance between Sumin and Sunji is the same eh. Yung parang they keep approaching each other, they keep trying to, you know, to get closer, but these you know, their history, especially Sumin's history, is keeping them from like so it's a massive read, but like it's the binge ano yan, binge worthiness level niya is like very high. So yeah, so yun yung dalawa kong recommendations. And also bonus. What makes it
yes.
what made it more fun for me was that it's a Korean webtoon, right? There's this rumor, there's this theory that the characters were were inspired by Girls' Generation members. So if you Google what does the fuck say SNSD, you'll know what I mean.
Sasakit na yung ulo ni Kat sa ko.
Ayan na. Ayan na.
Naka-eye emoji na kanina eh.
Ayan na. Ayan, may question kanina si Ron yata for you. Ron, do you have a question for Bridge?
No. Not a question, ano lang. I just wanted to say na may compilation din yung The Untamed kasi it can be a slog
Okay.
to get to the gay parts. So if you don't want to sit through those whole 50 episodes, ano din lang kayo ng compilation sa YouTube.
Oo.
If you just want the gay stuff.
Ayan na si
Okay.
Kat, oh.
Ayan na, sabi ni Kat, hehehe.
May enjoy ni Kat yun.
Hahanapin na yun ni Kat mamaya. Saan to available? Meron sa Webtoon, di ba? Webtoon. Yan.
Available where webtoons are found.
Okay. Last but not least, Ben.
Yes. Buti na lang nahuli ko, parang na-organize ko na yung thoughts ko. Hindi kasi, initially, BL or GL for me, hindi ko na-define kanina kasi hindi ko na-intindihan yung nararamdaman ko. Anong tawag nito? For me, pag sinabing BL or GL, either manga or series lang siya. Kasi everything else, gay romance na for me. Movie or book, gay romance. In my mind's category. So, ang recent, I think the only BL series that I will gladly recommend, 100% talaga recommend, Boys Lockdown. Hindi lang dahil nandyan si Dan.
Aww.
Yung isa din na, yung isa din na parang nag-start na parang, kasi before, I am wary of watching any series na parang dubbed as BL because I have been burned before. I don't know if anyone remembers Love of Siam. That's
Ben!
classic.
Mario Man.
Na-trigger ako, Ben!
Yes. Yun, kaya ayoko na siyang pinanonood. Pero, sige Ron, anong masasabi natin?
No, mamaya. Kasi pwede natin itong i-connect sa queer baiting mamaya.
Okay.
Later, balikan natin later, yes.
Sige,
Ayun.
sige.
So, ayun. So, hindi ako nanonood. Kahit yung mayroong mga friends na mayroong mga nare-recommend. Until last year, when someone finished together the series and then told me their end game. So, ayun. Tapos nung una, parang you would see me tweeting, ay, ito na yung mga parts na alam niyo na hindi siya written for gay people na parang pakilig lang, pampatili ng mga heterosexual females, ganyan. Pero by the middle, and then up to the end, at hanggang ngayon, obsessed pa rin ako sa Together the Series. Yung mga YouTube compilations, every day, any day. Ayun. Tapos, so, Boys Lockdown, Together the Series. For manga naman, I think the most recent ones I've read are from new writer, new artist, Goro Okanbe. Yung dalawang bago niya is Don't Call Me Dirty at saka Don't Call Me Daddy. So it sounds dirty, pero actually ang sweet niya sa totoo. It's a story mismo, sweet siya. Pero may mga dirty parts. I would say.
I mean, nandun eh. Nandun na sa title, di ba?
Andun eh, sayang naman.
Pero ayun. Wala akong mga pictures kasi hindi ako ready. Dahil hindi ko nga naintindihan yung feelings ko kanina. Sabi.
Okay lang yan. Okay lang.
Okay
yan.
lang, Ben.
Ano na lang later when we're done with the stream, if you have any yung mga recommendations nyo and if you have anything to add, you can put it on Twitter and then we'll retweet it using the romance class account
Yay.
para so okay, that's the first question. Thank you for the recommendations. And okay, so may mga ano ba to? Okay, sabi pala ni Tanya, link daw ng Gay Supercut. So I think this is for Ron. So later baka pwede mong i-provide na lang sa Twitter or sa group chat yung link. Ayan.
Super cut.
Ayun. Okay. So next question. Ito hindi na ako mag-go ng alphabetical or reverse alphabetical. Kung sino yung may sagot na, just go for it. Okay, next question is, what would you like to see less or more of in Filipino BL or GL? Ayan. So, kung sino yung may sagot, ayan, si Bridge. Go, Bridge, go.
Nagkamay sa baba ako bago ako siguro in local BLGL, it's I really want them to veer. I really want the powers that be to veer away from the notion that an unhappy ending is the more realistic choice. Kasi there have been local examples where the elements or the pieces of the happy ending is right there. But like they maneuver around it for the sake of this notion that an unhappy ending is the more satisfying and the more realistic choice. Also, less of the open-ended ending, wherein sometimes all it takes for happy ending, at least personally for me, all it takes for happy ending is for the two female characters to make a decision to be together, and then they just, it's that same problem again where the elements are there, the building blocks are there for the taking, and then they just stop. They just end right there before any other before the characters can make a decision. So that's, I think, one thing that I want to see less of in local GL offerings.
And I guess to piggyback on what Bridge has said, like nobody's telling you guys to stop making this sad gays, sad lesbians. Fine, go ahead if that's what you want to make. But don't look down on people who are actively looking for queer stories with a happy ending. Because like, we're not all sad boys like you guys. Some of us need to see.
Sad boys.
Like at the end of the story, like just because one is doesn't mean the other can't, diba? Like look at straight people. They have dramas, they have rom-coms. Bakit for queer people, kailangan realistic palagi? Pero the straights can have their fairy tale. Considering na kami yung fairies, why can't we have
Love it.
Ano ko lang din pala doon kasi yung sa walang happy endings for edgy because art. Meron din naman kasing parang happy ending nga siya pero parang ayoko na sanang maramdaman na parang I have to suffer first as a queer person to make the happy ending worth it. Bakit? Gaya nga ng sabi ni Ron, the streets get all the rom-coms na they're just happy lang sila kung ano lang ginagawa nila. Bakit pag kami, kailangan may suffering? Required? Ang dami kasi.
Checklist, may checklist.
Oo, may checklist. Kailangan bang masaktan muna para worth it?
Susuong ka muna sa butas ng karayom. Tapos, kasi anuhin ka rin ng karayom bago ka magkaroon ng happy ending.
Oo, parang sometimes we don't, we respect things. Ang tawag, basta ayun lang, parang ayoko lang yung feeling na parang lahat, kailangan ba talaga? Required ba talaga? Is that the only way na these creators feel na ma-appreciate yung happy ending by the straights? Kung kailangan mag-suffer tayo sa gitna. I don't care if it's realistic. I'm looking for escapism. Shut up! I don't need it. Gusto ko ng...
Give us the same
Oo.
variety that you give straight
Oo!
people.
Wag naman masyadong pigeonhole yung gays.
Like
As in-
if you're really into suffering gays, fine. Pero don't stop or impede people who are making
Oo!
making
Wag
happy
kayong
stories,
judgy.
telling them, oh, it's shallow. You're not providing to the movement. Blah,
Tapos
blah, blah,
feeling nila
blah.
revolutionary sila. Eh, ang dami-dami na nilang nagre-revolutionize in the same way. Please!
Galit yan.
Oo! Lumalabas na naman yung balat ko. Nagagalit na naman siya.
Like if I wanted to see a sad homosexual, I would look in the mirror. Like,
Same.
Yun,
That
Here's here's an observation. Parang I agree with everything that you guys are saying about there shouldn't be any suffering for you to get that happy. Of course. Pero parang nakikita ko some queer audience members, they love it. Parang just like a lot of straight people who like their sad love stories, there are also a lot of gay people who like that pain. And I also don't understand why. Pero meron and that's really bizarre to me. So parang I don't know if parang there really are audiences, be they straight or gay, who like these sad stories, and I can't explain why either. Pero meron and I don't know what the draw is for them. Siguro they find parang comfort in seeing na I am not alone in my sad Pero for me parang ang harmful nung message na parang because that's what they end up believing na parang kailangan mag-suffer muna ako bago ko makuha yung yung happy ending ko. Pero
bigyan ko sila ng maleta.
Parang konting
Bigyan ko
kembot
sila
na
ng
lang.
maleta kung gusto nila mag-unpack.
Konting kembot na lang, internalized homophobia.
Ayun, Ben! Exactly, Ben!
Diba?
Probably,
Konting-konti na lang.
Gaya nga ng sabi ni Ron, it's fine naman We can coexist. Okay lang yun. We can have the sad stories. Yun lang wala nga lang kasi yung the same variety they give the straight people. Wala yun for us
Totoo.
Parang,
Totoo yan.
alam yun, wala the same variety. Like, yung, kumbaga kahit na parang there are rom-coms and then there are sad boy queer stories. Yung,
The ratio is not
Yung
equal.
ratio. Oo, yung ratio
Hindi.
between them.
hindi maganda yung
Agree,
ratio.
I agree.
Diba? Parang okay lang naman. I also like sad stories. I'm a depressed bitch. Pero like, I like sad stories also. Pero, pag in this, like, in this realm, bigyan nyo naman ako happy ending. Diyos ko naman. Bigyan nyo naman sa amin. Ayun.
Super.
Diba, like, don't you find it hilarious na, like, rainbow of experiences? Like, rainbow. Pero isang kulay lang yung binibigay.
Oo.
Yes.
Sad.
Or minsan
Dami
naman
na-
extreme.
Ang daming
Comedy,
feelings.
pero
Ginagawa ko tatawanan.
at the expense of,
yeah.
queer person. So,
Ayun.
don't.
Lalo dito.
Yes,
Lalo
oo.
dito sa atin.
Dito sa atin. Mm-mm. Ayun, so less suffering and less sadness. Ano naman yung more?
More
ano naman yung gusto
more
mo?
More variety.
More variety.
More variety.
More kilig.
As a bisexual person, more lang, more. Period, more lang.
More.
Wala, more. As a bisexual person, more lang. Give me anything. Ay, hindi pala. Joke lang yun. May nagbigay pala sa akin pero
Mag-anything.
hindi ko nagustuhan.
Dapat specific. Oo, dapat specific ka.
for me, yung formula na more rom-com, yung mga ganun lang, yung mga anuhan lang. Anuhan.
Anuhan.
Ibang
More anuhan.
Ano yun?
Low
Teka, may pahabol pala ako sa list. May pahabol pala
Okay,
ako
go
sa
ahead.
list. Sa mga, actually in
Go.
general to BLs and GLs. Pwede bang Huwag niyong gawing villain yung mga bi sa mga storya niyo. Napapagod na ako eh.
Oo nga.
Kasi lahat ng, yung mga, sila yung mga nanira ng relasyon, sila yung mga binreakan yung gay or lesbian for whatever reason, tapos ginagawang villain. Hindi na. Pwede naman nakipag-break lang kasi ayaw na niya sa'yo. Hindi naman dahil bi siya, di ba? Bakit always villainize yung roles ng bisexual people in queer relationships? Na ayoko na.
Not villainized in
Tama.
our web series.
I know! Thank you! I love you so much.
Yes,
I
yes,
love
that's
you.
true.
But, more of that,
I get it.
naman eh, di ba? It can
True naman.
happen. Kasi
Totoo.
parang, inisip, ang dami, marami ako naisip na example kanina kaso dumami yung feelings ko. Pero yun nga, like, the bisexual people always yung nanira ng relasyon or whatever.
Get the short end of the stick.
Oo, or yung villain origin story nung lesbian girl is always the bisexual girl na nakipag-break sa kanya tapos yung next relationship lalaki.
Was a guy.
I mean, pwede namang nagkataon lang yun.
Yeah.
Hindi naman yun out of spite. Alam mo yun, parang she
Yes.
broke up with you. There was something wrong. She broke up with you. And then her next relationship happened to be with a guy. Why is that bad? Parang, teka lang, dapat sa kasunod na discussion na to kasi yung isang medyo mamaya na baka may expanded version pa to.
Merong specific segment yan, mga 30 minutes.
Specific segment for later. Balikan
30
natin.
minutes lang ba talaga?
Balikan natin mamaya. May isa pa.
30 to 120 minutes fix. Iba naman tayo.
Yung
Okay lang
more
yan.
ko din nandun din eh. Oo, dun ko na lang ilalagay. Doon ako maraming
Sige.
feelings eh.
Okay. Does anyone else want to add to this? Or okay na tayo? We'll move on to the next question. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Again, whoever's ready with an answer, just let me know. So, what's a BL or a GL you would highly recommend? So, ito yan all-time favorite is a highly recommended.
Ay, sababa!
Like, alam mo yon yung kunwari, merong baby queer na lumapit sa inyo at nagsabi na, anong man recommend niyong BL at GL? Ano yung una-una sasabihin niyo? Game.
Bridge, kamay sa baba, sino?
Bridge,
Sino ba?
bridge. Okay, bridge.
Sige, yung i-recommend ko is, yung
Time
ko,
bastos for life.
Laswa talaga ng mga
yung
lesbian.
i-recommend ko is yun, since ano yun? Hindi ko narinig.
Wala.
Ayan, tuloy, yung sinasabi ko tuloy, yung i-recommend ko is yung related dun sa gusto kong makita more. So, these are not local works or recommendations, pero they have like this rom-com beat to it, and ayun. So, yung una is yung Imagine Me and You. This stars si Cersei. Anong pangalan ni Cersei? Mahidi as a florist, and Piper Perabo. Alimutan ko yung niya doon. Although content warning, this contains scenes of infidelity. Yung beat niya kasi rom-com, so wala siyang masyadong angst aside from dun sa, they're trying to figure out their feelings. And the romance is really sweet. And then, in that same vein, siguro, a more recent recommendation is The Half of It. So, ito medyo yung YA yung niya. And yun yung parang, at the end, although they didn't like establish na they end up together, a decision was made na they will, at some point, outside that timeline, they will end up together. They will give their relationship a try. So The Half of It was also cute. And then itong Carmilla web series is a wild card, I would say, kasi parang it's really a low quality, as far as production is concerned, it's really a low quality web series, as in most of it was shot in one dorm room. Tapos nag-uusap lang sila, as in like static lang sila, pero nag-uusap sila. Pero the chemistry between, I forgot, Laura and Carmilla just by conversing doon sa ano na yun, sa dorm room na yun is a must watch. So ano siya, kumbaga sulit siya. Low prod quality but high quality feelings. And then there's also a spin-off of a spin-off, I don't know, not a spin-off, like a sequel, like a movie. So medyo binadgetan na yung movie, and the movie is as good as the web series on YouTube. So yun yung mga I think i-recommend ko.
Thanks, Bridge. Yan. Medyo late yung realization nila kanina ng mga favorite nila, kaya wala akong visual aids. So, pakiabangan na lang mamaya sa Twitter yung mga recommendations para if you want to check them out, just follow them on Twitter or follow Romance Class on Twitter. It's at Romance Class BKS on Twitter. So, yan. Ipo-post natin yung recommendations nila later on. And also, before I get to the next next person, please, if you're watching this right now, like this stream. Yan, clingy tayo. Gusto natin gusto natin ng validation. Okay, next. Sino yung may next na answer?
I would, although this is probably baka napanood na ng lahat, like I would say Yuri on Ice.
Oh, okay.
Love.
Kasi like what I like about it is kasi recently ko lang nalaman, apparently some Western audiences thought it was, which we'll discuss later on in more depth, thought it was queer baiting. Kasi nga, apparently it wasn't gay enough for them. Pero yun nga, if you look at it within the context of where it was shown, apparently it was shown on prime time sa Japan. So like considering all that it had going against it, the fact that it was as gay as it could be given the circumstances, nakita mo yung galing ng creator na ipaglaban at i-push na maging queer yung story. Like, I mean, the mere fact na it's a figure skating anime. Yes, they had rings, correct. They kissed. It's a figure skating anime, and like alam mo naman ang stereotype ng mga tao when it comes to figure skating na they're all homosexual, and the creator did not make any effort to make it more heterosexual. Like if you watch it, like it's everybody is still very, if kahit hindi sinasabing outright na they're gay, they're very coded na gay. Like you would have to be blind or somebody who grew up with a Western lens to not recognize na they're very homosexual.
Okay,
So
thank
that's something I would recommend. Really nice.
Okay, thanks, Ron. Who else has a recommendation?
In the same beat as Yuri on Ice, yung Check Please na
Oh,
graphic
yes.
novel.
Yes. We love that.
Umikot sa Romance Class pahiraman.
Yes.
Ayun, Check Please ang recommendation ko.
Does it have an adaptation na anime? Hindi pala pa, no? Talagang pa lang siya. It's a comic book.
Yes.
Ano ba pala?
Ano lang part 2? May second book na siya, ang alam ko.
Mhm.
Right?
Okay. Okay, so who else?
Ayun.
I would also recommend
Yes!
Get it! Get it!
gusto niya ng
Stop
angst.
it!
Gusto niya ng angst. Ayan.
middle characters.
Ayan.
Hello.
Angst.
Gusto
Pero
niya ng
happy
angst. Gusto niya ng economic situations pushing against these circumstances.
Pero
Yes!
may
It's
happy
middle class, ano?
ending.
Ayaw niyo ng middle class characters. Eto! And they still manage to be happy in the end.
Get
Like,
it?
it can be done. And Bridge managed to make that happy ending realistic and worth
Yes.
it.
Pag sinabing hindi kaya, talaga Charmaine, pack you, basahin mo to.
Lang kayo.
Talaga Charmaine, pack you.
Ayan, okay.
Economic
Baka
situation.
mura ka lang.
Hindi sa TikTok kasi yun. It's a TikTok trend.
Yan.
Anyway,
Okay.
i-recommend ko din yung yung the half of it. Parang si Bridge, yung the half of it then. It was super sweet and super fun. And yung Happy for Now niya, hindi siya, it didn't feel lacking. I don't know. I was not dissatisfied with the Happy for Now nung half of it. And they're super cute. I love them. And then I always recommend this time movie, Yes or No, yung title niya. I think it I think it stood the test of time, I think.
Yeah.
Kasi I still recommend it to people until now. When they ask, I still love Yes or No. It's a coming of age type thing. They're in college. And they were roommates. As it says in the history books. They were roommates and hate to love siya. It's still every time I watch it. The first movie, every time I watch it, I still get the same feelings. And the second movie is also okay, but like if hindi
No,
man kailangan, but
part 1 is better.
part 1 was better, but part 2 has Yam.
Part 2 has Yam.
Part 2 has Yam, the pretty third party.
May bias.
So,
Ooh.
may mga depends on your priorities. But Yes or No, I recommend it. It's Thai. It stars Tina Gitanila, my baby girl.
Akala ko babe lang eh.
Baby girl. Tina. Ayun. Yes or No, I recommend it. It's Thai. I can't remember now when was it. Wait, sorry. I just need to check. When it was released.
But both are on Netflix, right? Yeah. both are on Netflix.
I don't think. Is it still on Netflix? It was released in 2010. I'm so old.
Parang nakita ko siya on
Kasi
Netflix
was,
at the time.
oo.
For a time.
Nakita ko,
1.5.
for a time.
Pero yung 1 and 2
Oo.
lang yun.
She may
1 and
question
2
si
lang.
Tanya.
1 and 2
So,
lang
because
yung
they are
nilaro ko.
roommates daw. Because they're roommates, was there only one bed?
No, ganito kasi. Kasi nga hate to love siya, di ba? So, they started out with 2 beds. And then may nangyari, nabasa, umulan, bumagyo, whatever. They ended up with just 1 bed. You know, things happen. May candles and everything. All that shit.
There's a
Masaya siya.
situation.
There was a situation. It was not staged, but it was beautiful. Ayun lang. Yes or No? Thai, it was released in 2010. Ayun.
Also, 100 years ago.
100 years ago. 2010, 100
Jurassic
years ago.
era.
Hi, okay.
Jurassic era na
What is
yun.
time?
Si Denise may rape yan.
And okay, Denise, do you have
Denise.
recommendation?
I have a few recs for Boys Love and I have a few also for GL. So, unahin natin yung Boys Love kasi ito yung una kong this was what I was more interested in as a consumer of media. So, medyo old school. These are not recent favorites. Pero, nagsimula ako sa Antique Bakery. So, I stumbled upon a scan of Antique Bakery. And it was so beautiful. It was written by and illustrated by Fumi Yoshinaga. And it tells the story of 4 men who work in a patisserie. So aside from the yummy, romantic feelings that you get from this manga, there are also a lot of beautiful illustrations of the cakes and the pastries that they serve. So if you're into that, absolutely get into Antique Bakery. Medyo slice of life yung pagkaka-describe ng story nito. And there are also a few content warnings for parang trauma. The main character is kind of dealing with trauma that he experienced as a young man. He was kidnapped, parang may ganong angle. And then, there are several romantic threads that happen between the personalities in Antique Bakery. May boxer pa nga na parang waiter, so medyo hot. So that was one of my all-time favorites that I reread every so often, and the effect is still the same every time I reread it. And then another favorite is Junjo Romantica, both the manga and the anime.
Yes!
This one tells the story of there's this tawag dito, pinadala siya to live with the main character, si Misaki, is sent to live with the best friend of his older brother. And then, parang nagkagustuhan sila. A bit of content warning, parang may something doon. Kasi the love interest is older. and he's supposed to be the adult in the relationship, and the lead character is parang college age level. So parang may taboo kind of angle to their relationship, but it kind of works. It works for me. And another favorite of mine is Sekaiichi Hatsukoi, or the what do you call this? The world's greatest first love. So ang kwento naman nito, it's about a comic book editor named Ritsu Onodera, who is sent to work for this manga company. And yung boss niya just happens to be the boy who, well, now man, who broke his heart when they were in high school. So parang may workplace dynamics and parang second chances. Yeah, and medyo slow burn siya kasi it takes him a while to realize na crush din siya nung boss niya. And then, there are also side couples, like there's this very cute, side story of a bookshop employee, mga ganon, sobrang ang cute, and maganda rin yung anime, and then the manga is rather long, so I started with the anime, which is also pretty good. So yun yung yaoi that I like, and I also like yun nga, a manga made up of short stories called Men of Tattoos by Yuichi Aniya. So that's a little bit on the more explicit side. Parang Yakuza stories sila. Yakuza/BL. So there's explicit sex on the page. And then, that's for BL. For GL naman, one of my all-time favorite movies came from the 90s. And it's called The Incredibly True Adventure of Two Girls in Love. And it stars Laurel Holloman, a very young Laurel Holloman. Kasi she played Tina in The L Word. So, teenager pa lang siya dito. But this love story is sobrang oh my God, nakakakilig. And it's so sweet. Definitely a romance kasi may HEA despite the world going to shit around them. They still choose each other. And then, another GL talaga that I like, or an FF romance is, it's a book called The Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics by Olivia Waite. I super love that book. Super love. Sobrang, I cannot recommend it enough. I mean, sobrang ang ganda ng book. Well written, the romance is sobrang hot. So, yes. Yun. And then, so those are my BL and GL recommendations, our favorite. Yun. Thank you.
Thanks, Denise. Gusto ko yung may mga nagre-react sa background. Ayan, wait lang.
Ano yung pag naalala kasi na,
di ba? Parang,
talaga nalilimutan eh.
Diba? Yung surface yung ano eh.
Wait, are we done na with everybody? Okay na, no? We're done na. Okay.
Did everyone give
Ito na, next question na. O, handa nyo rin mga sarili nyo. Kasi dito tayo, medyo nagtagal tayo dito during our meeting eh. This is the next question. Okay. So, what is your opinion on queer baiting? Pero before we answer that, we have to define what queer baiting is.
Yun na yan. Nawala.
Biglang walang gustong sumagot.
Hindi, si Ron nag-ready. Si Ron. Ron!
Ayan na.
Yung queer baiting is like when the people behind a show, kasi mostly it came from TV shows. So when the creators of a show hint or like put all the pieces na, ooh, these people are homosexual. Something's gonna happen sa dulo that will validate all the clues all the breadcrumbs we've put right in front of you. And then pagdating sa ending, oh no, we were joking. You're not gay. We've strung you along. So that's queer baiting.
Right. Yung parang hinihint na nila na character A and character B who are both gay might end up together. But surprise, they're not going to end up together.
Yung iba nga, they're not
even be gay. They're not even gay. So, there you go.
They're not even gay.
Yan, okay. So,
Parang ganon. we are making you think that they're gay, but they're not gay.
They're not.
Ganun siya.
Kasi lang
So-
gusto ng fans parang para for the benefit of the show. They parang
Para
they hype it
mapag-usapan,
up.
ganon.
Oo, they hype
Para
it up even more. Parang,
mapag-usapan.
for sure they're gonna give us something because the production and the actors are doing all the things, but no,
Mm.
did not give it to you. Kasi na yung during the meeting, kaya we had to define it because during the meeting, like yung mga biktima kagaya namin ni Ben na if we're queer and we got baited, does it count? It does not count.
Yan. Kung nagpa-bait ba kayo, nagpa-bait naman kayo.
It does not count.
Oh,
If we're queer and we were baited, that does not necessarily count as queer baiting. Marupok lang kami ganun. Kaya we had to define it. Oo, may personal issues kami ganyan. So we had to
If
define
you're queer
it.
and you masturbated, iba na yun.
If you were queer and you knew that this is queer baiting and yet you were baited, it doesn't count. Kailangan ma-blindside ka talaga.
Blindside.
May deception.
Oo, tsaka yung kahit wala namang queer baiting, tapos nagpa-bait ka pa din. Kasalanan mo na yun.
Sobra na.
Ano ka ba? Yun yung kinalakihan ko nung wala pa. Lahat na lang. Basta may nakita akong something. Baited na ako noon. Oo. For me, niloko na nila ako noon. Pinaasa lang nila ako ganyan. Kaya hindi naman ako binit. Anyway, yun. Kaya namin kailangan i-define for this discussion kasi because of that. But anyway, yun na yung definition.
Since na-define na natin, okay, so what's your opinion on queer baiting? Yeah.
Good!
The queers who were baited.
Mamaya pa yung tutor boot.
Ano ba? Please stop. Bibigay naman namin sa iyo yung mga pera namin kung ano.
Kahit wala. Basta maganda yung istorya nyo.
Oo nga.
Yung pa kasi like yung most, at least recently in my head, the worst example is like Teen Wolf, who like spent several seasons dangling Styles and Derek sa audience.
Several seasons? Really?
Yes!
Not even episodes?
Yes!
Wow.
Yes, from the first season
Wala
to
yun,
the
ah.
end. To the end.
Tapos they're dangling that. Tapos they even used it for votes sa MTV TV or something awards.
Sila yung nag-promote.
Tapos magkayakap sila, galampung. So like tapos they set all of this breadcrumbs in and out of the show na, ooh, they're possibly gay for each other. Tapos, they're both straight. In the end, they both end up with women. Even if, nag-hint pa sila na yung isang character is possibly bisexual.
Styles was severely bi-coded in my opinion, si Styles. Pero it's like, it's also just to, I guess, to forward nga the yung aasa ka nga because they coded Styles as bisexual. So parang for me yun as someone who was a fan of the show and watched like every single episode, he was really bi-coded. I will fight for that. Pero yun nga, they just also use him being bi as an instrument to further the queer baiting. Kasi aasa ka kasi may isa sa kanila na for sure bi.
Yes.
So, parang isipin mo, may pag-asa. But no, he ended up with yung girl, childhood crush niya from the first season pa nung show.
Tapos nakakaloka pa, they had actual gay characters in the show. Kasi hindi rin binigyan ng screen time. Like,
Ano ba talaga?
What's the point?
Hindi nga binigyan. I mean, they brought them back lang then with a flourish for the finale, I guess. Because sino to? Jackson. Saka yung the other twin the twin who was gay, they came back in the end kasi na parang with a thing or whatever. Pero yun ganun lang sila, like yung flourish decoration. Decoration lang sila doon, ganyan. Tapos, pero yung winawagayway nila na, like, as in, all-encompassing pairing na two guys. Wala lang, yun lang. Ginamit lang nila yun just to string people along. Kahit na sila yung OTP ko. I admit, nagpa-bait nga ako ulit eh. Ito nga kasi yung problema natin.
Yan na.
Kaya nga yung sinasabi ko kasi, pag marupok ka, mahirap.
Siguro the distinguishing as someone who ships female leads with
Ito kasi I was gonna say nga.
Diba? I don't feel queer baited with every female every pair that I ship, but it's queer baiting when you feel fooled. It feels disingenuous because the characters in real life obviously don't apply. It doesn't apply na if it looks like a duck, it's like a duck. It quacks like a duck, then it must be a duck. So in real life there are certain variations, but in like fiction, you trust that the writers the writers know what they're doing when they make it look like a duck, when they make it sit like a duck, and quack like a duck. It must be a duck, right? And then queer baiting is when, like, at the 11th hour, at the 90% mark, they say, nope.
Quack lang pala.
And they invest all this time, they market around it, they basically pull the queer crowd in, but do not exert the same effort and care to really appeal to to really cater to the interest of that crowd that they pulled into the show. So yun. So yun for me is queer baiting. It leaves a bit in your mouth. And they should stop with that.
May isa pa ngang variation yan for me. Like when you see, yun nga, because nga we ship, I ship female leads, sometimes male leads, like with reckless abandon. Like, even if they're just there, sometimes. So parang may variation pa yun na it was parang they were knowingly used, like yung dynamic nila was knowingly manufactured to make you feel like, is it or is it not, may ganon, na parang alam mong they deliberately nga, yun nga, like what Bridge said, they deliberately tried to fool you. Pero sometimes, like, I see it in a few series na parang the writer was sneaking it in, parang wish fulfillment.
Yep.
Yung parang hindi niya kasi like magawa like explicitly or blatantly. So parang may mga mafe-feel ka na moments na parang feeling ko may writer dito na either lesbian or gay or part ng LGBTQ community nag-wish fulfillment. Kasi like may mga ipapasok siya doon na parang, oh, wait lang, iba din yun. Like sometimes, yun yung mga nagpapahuli sa akin. For me, parang after a while of just shipping people na hindi naman explicitly sinasabi sa'yo na pwede mo i-ship na characters, like you notice those differences kung niloloko ka ba or this is one of us just trying to get this little kilig moment out in the world, ganyan, without the rest of the people in the production probably noticing. Parang ganon. Ayun. So magkaiba din.
Ano ba yun? Is that the same as suffering dahil na-edit out because of whatever? Parang before the final cut? Kasi minsan hindi ko ma-express. Wait lang.
Kaya mo yan. You can do it then.
Merong mga stories na dapat talaga merong mga queer characters, ganyan. Pero hindi sila lumalabas at the final cut kasi may mga kailangan pagdaanan ng mga censorship or what. So, it leaves you feeling bitten. Parang gano'n. Parang nandun na sila.
Parang hinint nila sa'yo tapos hindi nila pinakita.
Na hindi naman kasalanan nung writers or what. Hindi nila intention namang queer bait. Pero, ay, nasaktan ka pa rin. So, what's the point? Ano nga bang point ko dito? Ayun.
Yeah, you have to make the distinction between something being queer-coded because of the circumstances na hindi posible for them to give the couple a happy ending because of, I don't know, executive censorship or whatnot. And queer baiting na
A level of deception there.
kasi like, yun nga, katulad sa Teen Wolf, it's in America, it's on MTV, it's for a young audience na very open to gay relationships, wanted gay relationships, very vocally campaigned for it. Tapos hindi mo naman tinanggihan, hindi mo discourage, in fact, you encouraged it. Tapos pagdating sa dulo, that's horrible. Kasi mas lalo na, if these are queer audiences na who have had to spend, mas lalo na pag tayong mga 25-year-old, have spent our teen years looking to straight media and finding
shipping what's available.
Or like
Just ship them no matter what.
shipping what's available and then
They breathe
are
within 1 foot of each other. Just ship them.
Magpaglikit yung balikat, best. Shit.
Oh, man.
like di ba you're giving this audience na ang tagal-tagal nang nagtiis, you dangle them this juicy apple, tapos bigla mong i-yank away, gago ka.
Talaga charming pa.
There was
Go ahead.
Finish with that.
Kasi
I'm gonna cite one more example.
This Hollywood types, you're in Hollywood, in the US, in California, ang dami-daming bakla dyan. Tapos you couldn't do this.
True.
Ano yung example mo, Bridge?
Yung naalala ko lang sa queer baiting was this K-drama on Netflix called Run On. So that wasn't subtle at all. Masama pa rin loob ko, anak ng... That wasn't subtle. That was overt queer baiting because if alam mo yun, yung parang again the trust level, the trust that you put on the writer and the creator, that if you make the character say that it's a duck, then it's a duck, right? And then in Run On, they explicitly built the character Dana as a lesbian, and they made her say it not in passing, diba? They made her say it multiple times in public, diba? They even made this whole scene with his brother. Na, do you just hate me because I'm a lesbian? He said it, lesbian, and then they ended up pairing her with the second male lead, and I'm like,
a sad boy.
why?
Oh no.
Right? I mean, Patrick, we discussed it when we said that it's possible that they may have made. I mean, they could have made her bisexual, right? They could have made her bisexual. They could have, had Soyoung say, I'm bisexual. But they didn't. They explicitly said lesbian.
Matapos niyang kindatan si...
Matapos siyang kindatan si Sekyong.
Tapos
yun you can forgive it as good acting on Soyoung's side, yung chemistry niya with the other leads, but you can't get away with explicitly hammering it in that part of this character's build or profile is that she's a lesbian, and then have her end up with the guy. So that's not subtle queer baiting. That's
umasa ako noon kasi nilabas yung clip na yun. Naalala ko, nilabas yung clip na yun ni Soyoung of her, like, kasi diba, inaano nga siya, parang kino-confront siya, diba? Tapos parang, she said it in a way na parang, I really assumed.
Yes.
Alam mo yun, parang, although ayoko umasa. Ayoko pa rin umasa at the time, pero kasi the way she said it na, ginaganyan mo lang ba ako because I'm a lesbian? Hindi niya sinabi na dahil sa rumors na I'm a lesbian. Hindi niya sinabi yun eh. Pero like, the fact pa na that was one of the first clips that spread around even before the rest of the episodes came out. Parang, okay, masa ako. Tapos biglang, anyari? Nakakatawa pa because people are also, kasi diba si Soyoung tsaka si Sekyong nga yung pinoproblema ni Bridget. nakatawa kasi online, if you look at some of the edits, the fans are also shipping their boyfriends with each other. Gets nyo? So parang,
Would have made more sense that way.
oo, na parang kasi yung relationship nung
The
boyfriend
sad
nila,
boy and the dum-dum.
the sad boy and the dumbass,
Dumb jock.
sobrang cute din. So parang like, the fans were also, like the fans were shipping the two girls and then the two guys. Pero yung canon pairing nila is straight.
It could have easily been straight dating. Akala mo straight sila, tapos biglang sayang.
Straight dating.
Which brings me back to Love of Siam. Kasi like,
Go
yung
na.
in-advertise siya sa Thailand, it was advertised to as a teen movie, as a straight teen movie. Like the two guys were going to end up with the two girls. So when the people went to the cinema, and then the story unfolded, parang, wait, they're gay?
Ano to?
They were straight baited. Hindi nila
Meron palang ganon, no? Straight baited.
Pero gagi yung love, grabe yun. Pain. Just pain.
Ay, nako.
Ay, ang love of Siam yan. Although ilang beses kong inulit at the time yung kissing scene dun sa my bench because that's all we had.
Because
Because that's all we had. Alam mo yun, ganun lang, ulitin mo talaga, ganyan.
I mean, for its time, it was
Yeah.
it was doing a lot. Pero like in the year of our Lord 2021,
May
sana
mga
naman
gumagawa pa rin nun.
na okay, fine. Pero hayaan nyo rin yung mga hindi Love of Siam.
Hindi, ito kayo. Hindi, ito din yung sabi ko, yung tungkol kasi yung nirecommend ko kanina si Sol tsaka si G1 sa Nevertheless. Ang nirereklamo ko doon kay Atara, kay Jay, kay Bridge, lahat na lang na makikinig sa akin, nireklamo ko na yun. Na, sabi ko kasi, yung Nevertheless kasi, it's not like yung, it was not in the same pace as most K-dramas na tipong yung holding hands mangyayari 5 episodes away, ganun. Parang, it was centered around kasi a very sexual situationship between two people, two college kids. So, as in, sabi ko talaga, everyone was making out in the show and having sex, as in depicted in the show. Making out, having sex, kissing, casual relationships, serious relationship, whatever. Yung canon, lesbian pairing. Nagyakapan lang sila. Wala silang Nagyakapan lang sila. Lahat na, kahit yung mga side characters, tiny characters na pinakita nila dyan na nag-kiss man lang or whatever, naglandian na totoo. Yung canon, yung binild up nila from episode 1 to episode 10 na canon FF pairing, wala, nagyakapan lang sila. Wala. Parang, nito na, pinakita niyo sa akin lahat ng mga straight couples in this drama were depicted a certain way, and then the FF couple was depicted this way. So parang ano bang sinasabi nyo? Sila lang ba yung pwedeng ganito? In ano ba, what? Para saan? Anyway, ayun lang. Yun lang yung gripe ko dun sa Solji Watkay. It was a super sweet best friends to lovers story. Ayun lang.
Okay.
Ayun lang.
Thanks, Chi. Ayan, okay. So that was the last question. But we have a question from the audience. Hello, Agay. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. So ito, may question si Agay. Ang sabi niya, how do you feel about straight authors writing LGBT stories? So, kung sino yung may sagot, go lang. Just...
Ako, personally, some people may disagree. I'm fine with it as long as they put in the work to know the community, to delve into the ins and outs of it. And if they're willing to step aside, if a queer author speaks up, does that make sense ba? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, ang kapal ko naman to say na straight people shouldn't try queer stories. Eh ako nga hindi ako makatapos. So parang, di ba?
Please don't make laglag yourself. It's fun.
So ako nung nag-umpisa din naman ako magsulat ng queer stories, akala ko straight ako eh. So, wala.
Steve Room
I
to
had-
grow into the gayness.
I had the audacity. I had the audacity. No, I mean,
Tsaka-
tama naman si Ron. Like, if you take the time nga to do the work, ayun, yun lang talaga yun. If you take the time to do the work and you don't speak over queer voices, plus you also recommend the work of other queer people na parang baka, alam yun, a signal boost other queer artists or other queer writers. Wala namang kaso yun. As long as you don't take up this space as if it's something na you created yourself. Na
Kasi
you built
sometimes-
na you built yourself, parang ganon. It's okay. Nagsusulat din
Kasi
naman ako
sometimes-
ng straight people. It's fine.
Kasi sometimes what happens is like straight person gets the opportunity to write a queer story. And then parang I'm the only person that can write queer stories now. And the sun closes the door behind them. When, probably the acclaim that you got, the fame that you got is from queer people uplifting that story. So like,
Correct.
open the door for them din naman.
Ako, personally, I started din as, ang stand ko is straight people shouldn't write in. Pero that was because most of the things I've consumed, na gay things that I've consumed written by straights, were not good. So, I was like, okay, nagawa mo to pero it's not authentic to my experience. Although hindi naman pare-pares experiences. Pero it goes back to the queer baiting na yung intent ba is to write the stories, to represent us using your platform, let's say, or to use us lang as a means to your end, whatever. Diba? So, yun. Same as the queer baiting question, yung intent ng creator ang importante. Kasi we would know kung authentic ba na
That's true.
ginagamit mo yung voice mo to amplify us or to represent us, or you're just using us.
Yep.
So, ayun. Thank you for that wonderful question.
Miss Mauritius.
Okay, moving on to contestant number 15.
Lalo na rin if you're a straight author who's being given an opportunity that a queer author can do and is already doing, pero hindi lang na-uplift, maybe turn down that opportunity and uplift that queer creator instead. Lalo na kung alam mo na the queer creators come out with that product. Diba? Like, kunwari, you're being asked to talk at a conference. Kasi nga, ikaw ang alam ng mas marami. Pero alam mong merong queer author who has done the same work that you've done and probably mas more authentic kasi nga they're actually queer. Then have the grace to turn that opportunity down and say, hey, this queer author is actually doing the work and is living that experience. Siya na lang ang kausapin nyo kasi mas importante yung boses niya kaysa sa boses niya.
Thank you. Contestant number 15. Okay. So, does anyone else want to answer? Or okay na tayo dun? Because we have another question here.
Good.
Go. Okay. So, we have another question. This is from Mina. So, she says, what do you want to know about a work that will encourage you to start reading or watching the thing? Parang opposite of red flags daw.
Nice.
Sabi ni Bridge kanina, yung may anuhan.
Alam na.
Also, it's not like a surefire indicator that a thing will be good. But if a a work or series, a book, has also queer people creating
Other
it.
than
Like for example, if a series has a lesbian and then hires or casts a lesbian or at least a WLW actress to play the part of a lesbian, then that for me is a green flag. Although again, it's not a surefire indicator, but that would make me check out that content or work.
Kasi Teen Wolf, famously, created by a gay man. Betrayed by our own people.
Oh no.
internalized homophobia again.
You know, I mean, the thing, yung mamaya na. I was also betrayed. I was also betrayed. Anyway, carry on.
Kaya may disclaimer, it's not a surefire indicator.
It's na,
Yun nga, may disclaimer nga siya.
Sobrang bird na ako na parang usually pag may mga promising things like that, inaantay ko, like I have certain trusted people na inaantay ko na makonsume yung media na yun. So they can tell me na it's fine. You're gonna be fine. Go watch this. Parang gano'n. Like, andun na ako sa point na yun minsan na ang hirap. Parang yun yung green flags ko. If this person and this person and this person said na it's okay, then I will watch it. Kasi nga, none of it is a surefire thing na parang I thought before na if it's like this or if it's created by someone.
Yeah. But at the very least, it's an encouraging.
It's a good sign, yeah.
It's a good sign if they have like a diverse cast or if they actually have queer directors, actors.
Yeah.
It means that
It's
they have someone
encouraging,
like
yeah.
firsthand, able to express or articulate what the experience is like, what the portrayed, parang yung parang similarities between what they're trying to portray on the show, on the book, and the lived experience of that queer cast member.
Okay. Who else has an answer?
So na nga kasi may mga secret messages na nangyayari dito sa.
Let it rip, Pachi.
Go, Chi. Go for it.
Friends.
Ito na ba? Kasi
Ako honestly, like tinatanong ko to other people who've watched it. Is it a happy ending? Kasi I'm at a point in my life na
Yeah.
I'm already 25. I've had enough of experience ko na yung like I can understand younger people who are going through what I went through as a young gay man, looking for stories na mas realistic. Okay, fine, you want that. Pero I'm at the point in my life na pwede bang masaya naman? Kasi like, as much as we like to say na it gets better, sometimes it doesn't. Fiction man lang. Can it get better? So like I look for other people who've seen the work, read the book, and say na it's a happy ending. Then I'll check it out. And kung if you can give me a happy ending, are the guys at least shirtless? Hindi mo talaga kaya ibigay.
Bobo na lang
Hindi pa rin naman lang yung mga lalaki.
At the very least.
Something to alleviate the grudges.
Something to ease the pain.
yun lang talaga coming back, yun lang talaga. That's the easiest way. I just wait for someone. I ask someone I trust na napanood na yun to tell me. Kasi nga, ito na mangyayari na. Ito no holding back na, ito na kasi. Game Boys was great. I enjoyed Game Boys. We watched. It was super fun. Like I loved the first season. It was handled so well. It was so good. And the character there, Pearl, was amazing. So like when they said na si Ron, when they said na they were gonna do a spin-off of Pearl, who was the bisexual girl from Game Boys. That was super good. I was so excited. Umasa ako kasi like parang, ang galing ng pagkakagawa ng Game Boys, ganyan yan. And then they're gonna give Pearl a spin-off, tapos they cast Rachel Pamela. Alex. Parang I was so excited kasi oh my God, this is amazing. Ganyan. Isa siya,
And then it all went to SHIT.
isa siyang naging, parang isa siyang malaking therapy session na hindi man lang para dun sa main character. Kanyari, parang my biggest, ang dami ko gusto sabihin, but my biggest gripe kasi as a bisexual person, it was supposed to be the spin-off for the bisexual character Pearl. But all the bisexual characters in Pearl Next Door got the short end of the stick. Ano nakita ni Pearl? Wala. Ginawa siyang punching bag, therapist, whatever ni Carlene. Sinira nila si Alex for some reason, whatever, to further the plot, kung ano man yun. And then si Jill, yung best friend ni Carlene, na bisexual din. Iniwan! Ikakasal na siya eh. Ayun na oh. Ayun na yung HEA ni Jill eh. Side character nga yan, hindi din nila binigyan ng happy ending si Gaga. Akala ko ba, this is supposed to be a bisexual spin-off. What happened? What happened? What happened? Ang naging bida was the lesbian LI. Diba? The lesbian LI who's angry at all bisexuals because iniwan siya apparently ng isang bisexual for another guy. Like I said, I'm tired of this thing. Okay? I'm tired of this making bisexuals villains for it, for this type of plot. Pero ayun nga, I'm just, para saan? What was it for? What was it for? Why did you sell me the bisexual spin-off and then treat the bisexuals like SHIT? Para saan? I'm so mad. I'm trying to control.
Yung emotional investment natin, walang ROI.
Wala talaga.
There was also the case where the happy ending is right there. Right? And then they danced around it. They did this whole difficult maneuver. to
What was so special about Carlene? Why Carlene? Bakit mo pinilit si Carlene? Explain it to me!
Kanina, ayaw mo pa sabihin yung sinisigaw mo na.
Explain it to me! I'm so sorry. Rachel, I love you so much, but no!
So, ayun.
Baka maiyak ako, I swear. I have so many feelings. Yung balat ko nagagalit na. I'm so sorry.
Ano naman yung Voltes 5 mo sa noo. Okay.
Nagagalit na naman. Ayun lang, before I get carried away, let's move on.
Okay. Anybody else has an answer for Mina? Are we good? Okay, so we're good. Okay. So mag-relax muna tayo, maglalaro muna tayo ng game.
Pampababa ng
Relax ba yun?
Presyon.
Oo. So in the tradition of Drag Race, ano yun? Fashion photo review. We're gonna play a game of Toot or Boot. Okay, so ang Toot or Boot ay so ibig sabihin ng toot is it's in or you like it, and and boot is it's not good or you don't like it. Tama ba ako ron?
Yeah.
Tama, di ba? So parang if you toot something, if you say a thing is when you say toot, you say yeah, it's good for me, ganyan. And then if it's boot, if it's not, ganyan. So I'm going to be presenting like a few situations or character types, ganyan. And then you're going to say, you're gonna raise a pink thing if you say toot, and then you're gonna raise a blue thing if you say boot. So pa-check muna natin yung mga pink. Yung mga pink things. Yan. Naku, nag-flex na sila ng mga album. Char.
Pink.
Ayan, pink. And then the blue things, paki-raise. Yan. Okay. Okay, sige. Okay, let's start. Toot or boot? Okay, the first item is toot or boot, main characters are in a sports team.
Ay. First question,
Toot
kamali
or
na
boot?
ako.
Toot,
Yes.
toot. Toot lahat? Pink ba yung kay Ben? Hindi ko masyado makita.
Ano bang mas pink? Ito na lang.
Ayan,
Yan na
mas
lang.
pink.
Yan.
Ay, yung hawak mo. Sharpie.
Bold,
Sorry.
Sharp,
Ayan.
whiteboard mark.
Something else.
Okay, so everybody says toot for main characters in the sports team, tama?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's so appealing about main characters in the sports team?
Ako muna,
Anyone
wait
can
lang.
answer.
For BL,
Competence.
wait lang. Teka lang. For BL kasi, alam mo yung toxic fascination with masculinity. Tapos, alam mo yung masculine sila, tapos they ended up together. So, parang it's a punch to you, straight people. Ayun, yun lang. Yun yung feelings ko.
Pati kasi rin growing up, when you're a gay guy, and let's say hindi ka yung athletic type,
Mhm.
ang una mong nakikita na image ng masculinity,
Mga
yung
athletes.
Mhm.
It's if you're not athletic yourself, siyempre ang una mong makikita na like talagang broad shoulders,
Nagbubukod sa field.
yes, mga pawisan.
Very specific ka.
You're drawn to it.
Ayun.
And then, if it turns out that they're gay,
Amazing.
it's a
Hallelujah.
It's a win. Okay. Sila Bridge. Why toot?
Ako, competence lang. Competence born. Kapag, if it involves showing any sports team doing whatever they do in that sport, it's competence born.
Yeah.
And I'm here for
Yeah.
it. Kahit ano pa yan. Like, if they're good at what they're doing, let's go! Tapos sports, pawisan!
Tapos
Yes.
rivals to lovers.
Rivals to lovers! Sarap!
I love it.
Gusto natin yan.
Okay, so ang tawag dito, mag-expect na ba tayo ng anthology na sports team na queer?
Ayan na naman tayo.
Ayan na.
Wala
Sasabi lang namin, guys,
Suggestion lang.
narinig nyo naman yung non-answers kanina dun sa upcoming works, di ba?
Blank stare.
Pwede namang ipila.
Akala ko sabihin mo yung parang yung sa TikTok, ipilit natin.
Ipila.
Lord, kung hindi pwede, ipilit natin. Oo.
Ayan. Okay.
feeling consent is important. Walang pilitan.
Okay,
Matakas sa
next.
responsibilidad.
Next. Ay, nga pala yung sa audience natin, if you want to join this game, just type your answers in the chat. So, again, if it's toot, you want it. If it's boot, you don't want
Boot,
it.
you don't want it.
Okay. So, next item. Toot or boot? Okay, medyo
Bridge,
matagal
ikaw
siya.
nagbigay niya.
Yan. Standoffish senior as love interest. Alam na agad ko kung kanino galing. Hey, toot or boot?
Good!
Standoffish yung paano ba to? Para tsundere ba to? Ganyan.
Sundere.
Tsundere.
Sunde.
Ay!
Sundere na sunde.
Oh.
Toot. Si Chi walang sagot. Ay,
Boot ka?
ano yan? Dalawa? Isa lang.
Hindi ko sure. I'm not sure.
Tapos iboboot mo. How dare you?
Wait, sandali, sige. Dahil hindi kayo sure, sabihin nyo bakit.
Okay, sige. Si Pachi.
Yung mga hindi sure.
Depende kasi
I guess
minsan
depende
kasi
sa
yung
ano.
treatment nila nakakapagod eh.
Yeah.
Depende
Bagay, oo.
depende kung gaano ka kung yung treatment kasi minsan masyado nilang parang nami-miss nila yung mark kung kailan dapat medyo naglalambot na siya ng onte.
Nag-give in.
Minsan, minsan they do it in excess na nakakapagod siya. Like, I've seen, read, watched stuff like that. So, parang, depende. Depende minsan. Minsan kasi
That's
for me,
what,
nakakapagod siya.
That's what makes that yung mga excellent na Rex dun sa formula na yun, yung standoffish senior, is when you see the senior is just standoffish enough, and then you see her melt slowly. Oh my God.
Yun nga. I mean, if romance class author yung magbebenta sa akin yan, go na, bigay mo sa akin. Pero kung hindi ako sure kung doon sa nagsulat, hindi din ako sure.
Paano mo nalaman na ako to?
Ano ka ba?
Kanina
Ako
mo pa
pa ba?
Kanina
Ako
mo
pa.
pa sinigation sa recommendations mo.
Ako pa ba?
Oo nga pala.
Yung dalawang rec mo, standoffish senior.
True. Oh, sabi ni Kat, toot daw. Toot, si Jay toot
Toot.
din. Si Agay toot-ish.
Toot-ish. Ayan, ganyan kami ni Ron, toot-ish.
Kasi depende sa execution. Like, sabi nga ni Chi, minsan kasi like, hindi sila, they're written not as standoff, but as assholes.
Yeah.
And maybe when I was in my teens, I was into that. Pero
Ron,
not na.
same. Ron, same. Same. I mean, mahilig pa rin, like, the sungit thing still does something. Parang, pero if it's specifically, like, revolving around this trope, medyo depende sa execution. Pero gusto ko din may mga yung susungitan ako, irapan ako. Gusto ko din naman yun sa... Depende lang talaga.
Kilala kita, alam mo ko, gusto mo yan.
Oo nga.
Pero depende sa tao.
Depende sa tao, sa treat, tsaka sa treatment. Huwag kayong
Okay.
magulo.
Sige. Okay. Next item. Toot or boot? Okay. One kissing scene only per season. Ito nakakatawa to kasi nung binigay to sa akin ni Ben, nung binigay sa akin ni Ben tong item na to, sabi ko, one kissing scene only per season? Ano yun? Paano pag sa Pilipinas, wet and dry lang ang season? Yun pala, ibig niyang sabihin, season ng series.
Tapos, nag-kiss na tayo ngayong bagyo season. Sa summer na tayo mag-kiss.
I swear to God, yung brain ko talaga wasn't working.
Good.
So, ayan. Okay. So, one kissing scene only per season ng series. So,
Romance to ha. Oo.
toot or boot?
Nobody like.
No.
Answer.
Ako
Boot.
Dahil ako
Boot,
nagbigay.
tangina nyo.
And meron akong very specific example.
Sige.
Oh, game, Ben.
Sige, go, Ben. Go.
Okay. Bilang Together the Series lang naman yung masasabi kong napanood ko talaga. Yung spin-off series na parang season 2. So it was 4-5 episodes na tawag ito. Sila na, as in clearly established na sila na, pero walang nangyayaring intimacy na kissing, naghaplusan, ganyan, nagtitinginan sila ng malalagkit na tingin, pero walang kissing scene until at the very, very end, yung parang epilogue na as in Bright Wind Laplapan, which is amazing. Tapos pero, ang tawag ito, throughout the series, parang naiinis ako na walang nangyayari. Pero it made the last part so much better for me lang. Person, sa akin lang. Okay, magalit. Ayun.
Okay lang yan. Hindi naman kami magagalit.
Pero I think, siguro kasi dahil nga din, yung second season, established na sila na. So endgame na talaga. So yung
Sure ka
stakes
na.
wasn't that high. Pero kung siguro, yun nga, ini-establish mo pa lang yung relationship. Super boot. Kailangan clear kung magiging kayo, mag-kiss naman kayo on screen. Kasi ano naman kami.
Give us something.
Oo
Ayan,
nga.
okay. Sabi sa chat, Jella says boot. Tanya says boot. Multiple kissing scenes, please. Si Agay, wet and dry.
Wet and dry kiss.
Sorry talaga. Ay, sir,
Wet and dry season.
yung tawa ko talaga pagka-explain ni Ben, sabi ko, oh my God. Ito pala yung season na sinasabi niya. Kasi inisip ko, okay, sa ibang bansa, 4 ang season. So, okay. So, every year, may 4 ka.
Damot?
Ay,
Kulang
nako.
pa din.
My goodness. Okay. Mina says, okay na okay yung wet and dry season kisses doon.
Wet
Zeda
cases.
says, ang lungkot naman. Oo, malungkot nga. Kaya nga nagulat ako doon sa one kissing scene only per season. Eh. Parang, saan nangyayari yun? Ganun.
Paano?
Sino gumagawa?
Anyway, okay. Next.
Ay, si
Ay.
Ron may sasabihin
Sige,
niya.
sige, Ron.
I guess ang caveat ko lang, kung dun sa bansa, kung saan ginawa yung piece of media, posibleng matege yung creator. Pag may
Masyado maraming, pag may
Hindi
limit,
understand.
pag may limit.
Yes. Okay.
Pero kung
Mga bawal.
everything is pwede namang gawin, kasi hindi mo pa rin
Gawin
ginawa.
nyo na, ulit-ulitin nyo. Kung pwede na ulitin nyo.
True. Okay. Next. Next item. Toot or boot? Ito yung miscommunication trope. Ayan. Ang explanation dito is one character thinks the other character is straight. Tama, Ben, di ba?
Oh,
Like the gay character thinks that the other character is the love interest is straight. So yun, toot or boot?
Boot. Mag-usap kayo po.
Ah?
So, wait lang. Boot. Tapos yung dala.
I'm sorry, I'm into it.
Okay, sige. Explain.
Ino-note ko yan. Okay, go.
Sige, dun tayo muna sa boot muna. Sinong pwedeng sumagot dun? Bakit ayaw nyo?
In general kasi hirap ako sa miscommunication. Sa any form of miscommunication
Yeah.
na pwede namang napag-usapan sana. Kung gagamitin siya as like a major plot point na like nagkanda gulo-gulo na lahat as in detrimental na to the situation, hindi pa rin sila nagkakausap ng maayos at may miscommunication pa rin sila, ayoko mo. Okay lang siguro siya like for a little bit, ganyan, sandali lang. You don't drag it on na parang imposible na imposible lang hindi pa rin sila nag-uusap. Lalo na if they're two adults, di pa rin nila alam hanggang ngayon. Parang like if you drag it on too much, sobrang nakaka-stress siya bilang tao. For me lang. Ako lang, I can't, hirap ako.
Okay.
Hirap ako pag ganong level ng miscommunication na, as in yung tipong nagkakanda loko-loko na yung storya. Dahil lang hindi pa rin sila nag-uusap. Hindi pa rin sila pinag-uusap. I can't do it. Nasa-stress ako. Alam ni Jay to. Alam
Okay.
ni Jay to. Pareho kami ng chenes dyan. Anyway, ayun. Yun lang,
Okay.
for me lang.
Ron, Ben, kayo lang yung nag-toot.
No, Ben muna.
Sige, Ron, ikaw muna. Dahil ako
Ayun, po kayo.
ayaw sumagot.
Ayaw humarap sa husgado.
Gusto ko lang sabihin kasi like when you made it very specific, medyo nag-iba rin ng very slight lang kasi nga it's specific na yun nga sinabi niyo na akala niya kasi straight siya ganyan. Parang medyo nag-lower ng onti yung hinahampas ko na kanina yung buti pero tinigil ko ng onti nung in-specify niyo. Gets ko naman ng slight. Explain niyo lang. Gets ko naman ng slight.
Okay.
I guess kasi like, at least for my generation, which is 25-year-olds,
Mhm.
The voice of the generation.
the voice of the generation. Kasi like, for my generation, unlike sa younger gays ngayon, they're much more open about coming out. It's much more accepted. Pero sa mga 25-year-olds like me, coming out in the Philippines is more implied rather than katulad sa States na talagang, Mom, Dad, I'm a homosexual. So, mas implied dito. In-imply mo sa mga magulang mo na you're not straight. So kaya parang, I guess nandun yung attraction ng miscommunication na is he or is he not? As long as it doesn't, katulad ng sinabi ni Chi, as long as it doesn't devolve into like, so miscommunication
Catastrophic
light,
na.
I guess. So, as long as it doesn't lead to catastrophe, yung enough miscommunication for the situation to be cute,
Mm.
pero not,
Gets ko yun. Gets ko yun.
Gets.
I get that. Gets ko yun.
Ben, ikaw?
Ay, ako na naman. Hindi kasi di ba yung kanina, parang na-figure out ko lang sa sarili ko na I categorize BL as manga or show lang. Tapos usually sa mangas na na-consume ko is mga coming of age, ganyan. So hindi, at the beginning, hindi pa nila either alam na gay sila or hindi nila alam na yung isa is gay din.
I think kasi for me, hindi ko siya makakategorize na miscommunication trope eh. Kasi iba yung unang pumasok sa isip ko when it said
So it starts out
miscommunication.
unrequited.
Parang
dapat
it's
sila
a
pa
whole different monster in my head na parang So maganda rin nga na dinetail like what ano siya, anong klaseng miscommunication. Kasi like yung trauma ko sa actual miscommunication.
truly.
I can't.
Ayan.
Pero yung kung ganyan lang na pampakilig lang sa umpisa na, oh my God, you're not straight. Gets ko yan.
At saka hindi, ewan ko siguro hindi ko alam sa lesbians, pero for gays, there's something ano ba, attractive pag straight. Ewan, that's unhealthy. Wag na lang natin i-unpack. Kaya ko na pala.
hindi, impact natin. Now is the hour. We call upon the midnight power.
So, meron pa tayong 2 hours.
Ano ba yan? Hindi pa. Ayoko na pala.
Ayan, sabi ni Kat in the chat, I'm kind of like she, and I have issues with communication in general, kaya boot. But I understand why Ron said boot.
I get it.
Ayan,
I
so,
get the idea.
sa chat, they said boot. Jella said boot. Nakakasakit daw ng dibdib this trope. Tanya said toot. And then a guy said, pwedeng toot, pero in the end, sila pa rin. Jay says, boot for me too.
Oh, ayaw ni Jay yan. Kami nagreklamuhan niya.
Ben daw. Haha, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Ang cute mo raw, Ben. Oh. Ayan.
Pagkakalat na naman forever.
Ayan. Okay, next item.
Pati din yung sinabi ni Ben kanina about yung na usually coming of age. Kasi at least for a lot of gay guys, we don't get to live our teen years. Kasi a lot of the time, we're in the closet kasi takot kaming mabugbog.
Yes.
Correct.
So a lot of the times, most of us spend our teen years in our 20s not being ourselves. So like, by the time we get to 30, minsan dun lang talaga nililive out yung teen experiences that we missed out on. Like gays of a certain generation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess that ko rin yung miscommunication kasi parang teen-ish.
Second puberty.
Yung teen-ish discovery na you're both discovering na
parang nakakabata yung experience.
Yeah. Of course, I'm speaking as someone who is 25. Ang experience ng younger audience ngayon maybe or is radically different than mine. Kasi nga mas with the internet, mas open na.
Yeah. Okay. Sige, next item. Galing to ulit kay Bridge.
Oh no.
Okay, toot or boot? Okay, cheery new girl as love interest. Or cheery new guy. Ayan, for BL. Basta yung sunshine, ganyan. The sunshine troop.
Yes.
The sunshine troop. Toot or boot?
Mahilig ako sa sun and moon.
May exception ako dito pero usually boot.
I
Okay.
like the cheery new girl.
Sige, tawag dito. Sige, Denise, ikaw. Why toot?
I think kasi favorite trope ko naman, I mean, no matter if it's BL, GL, or MS na romance, the grumpy sunshine will always be a hit with me. So, So if it's in a GL, I love to see a standoffish na, as Bridge would say, and a sunshine. Tapos pareho silang girls. So parang, how would that work? Parang cute and hot at the same time. So parang, depth.
Weak kasi ako sa sun and weak nga rin ako sa sun and moon trope. So pag
diba? So,
I mean, yun yung ano ko doon when I saw cheery new girl, I already assumed na yung isa was not as cheery. So
kaya
ako,
diba?
Kaya ako
may contrast. May contrast sa character.
May contrast. But like, hindi pa considering dito yung the usual plot device ng the cheery quirky girl that will change the love interests the MC's life. Hindi yun counted.
Oh, Manic Pixie Dream Girl ba yan?
Yung
Manic Pixie Dream Girl na
parang,
yes,
not counted yun. Kung wala siyang ibang personality bukod sa pagiging Bobby na, hindi counted yun. Oo, hindi counted yun. Pero like, if it's a sun and moon, yes.
Sunshine,
Yes.
love interest.
Pag
Bridge, ikaw lang nag-boot.
Nag-boot ako kasi ang ano ko, iniisip ko kung anong bias ko, kung like yung cheater or cheater. Pairing wise, grumpy
Gusto mo kasi
sunshine.
yung kaya kang lamunin ng buhay.
Gusto ko yung iniirap-irapan ako ganyan. Mga nakatilt yung chin na ganyan.
Yung kaya
May kailangan din i-unpack si Bridge.
Tatapakan ako. Yung wala akong ginagawa, tatapakan ako ganyan.
Pareho tayo ng
Consent.
Ayan,
Gusto ko na Gusto ko na tatapakan din ako.
With consent.
With consent.
With consent.
Gusto natin yan. Gets ko ng bias pala. Bias pala yun.
Bias.
Kung bias.
Pero kung sa pair, tut yung Grumpy Sunshine.
Okay. Next item. Punta tayo sa mga date. Okay. Next item, toot or boot, amusement park date. Amusement park date. Toot or boot. Pwedeng trip nyo sa buhay or trip yung nakikita sa TV.
Sa buhay.
Alam mo.
Yes.
Pwedeng personally, you like it or you like seeing it on screen or watching it. Ganyan.
It's a very 80s.
Toot, boot. Ron, what's your answer?
Nag-isipan ko pa sa...
Merong
deliberation. Bakit?
Depende
Ganyan.
nga din. Kasi gusto ko yung mga Ferris wheel moments, but other than that,
boot si Ron.
Gusto ko yung mga Ferris wheel
So,
carry.
sadali. Tatlo kayo naka-toot. Okay. Ben, bakit? Bakit toot?
Pangarap ko lang siya para sa sarili ko. Gusto ko yung mga mananalo sila ng stuff toys for me. Tapos, kakain akong cotton candy.
I love it!
Hindi, alam mo yung yung music video ni Jojo nung bata pa siya. Parang, yun, yung exact yun. Gusto kong i-reenact for myself.
It's a valid fantasy. Ron, bakit boot?
Pero feeling ko it's more of a personal thing for me. Like, I've never found amusement parks
Amusing.
An amusement park.
I love amusement parks.
An amusement.
As a date place. Pero yun nga, depende rin kasi sa nag-flat. Kasi nga, sa You, Me, Us ni...
Yes. Prepare your moment.
Oh, okay. Yes, I agree.
Personally, pag dinala ako ng kadate ko sa amusement park, I don't know, feeling ko hindi ako makakasal.
Pero kayo ni Tanya. Tanya says boot.
Okay ako with friends. Tara. Punta tayo amusement park.
Oo.
Friends.
Date.
Okay akong pagpawisan, madapa, masuka. Lahat na lang pwede mangyari sa akin dahil takot ako sa height, sa tayo ko ng init. Okay lang ako with friends. Pero kung date, ayoko. Personal thing din.
Yeah.
Pero I don't mind seeing it like sa mga K-dramas
On
or
screen,
whatever. Like,
oo.
Hindi.
Pero like, personally,
No? Mina
No.
says toot. A guy says toot. Tootest.
Tutes.
Yes.
Gina says toot. Bakit toot?
Tut yan, tut.
Toot yan. In real life lang ang
Wala
init.
na po siya rin. Kaya tuna.
Jella says
Oo.
toot. Si Jay masyado tong ano. This is very specific.
Specific.
Pero masaya. If it ends with a fireworks show, ganun.
Gusto ko yan
Tapos may mga
panood.
linyangan na,
Ano,
so
may mga
pretty.
sulyapan pa.
And the other
Gusto ko
person
yan.
says yes.
Gusto ko yan panood. Ano ba? Weightlifting fairy yan eh. Ang
Hometown cha-cha-cha.
Gusto ko yan nakikita. Gusto ko siya nakikita. Pero
Yes,
ako lang, ayoko
yes.
lang. Oo. Ayoko lang kasi.
Same as Chi,
Oo.
I am fine with reading it. I am fine with watching it.
Mm.
Pero for myself, ewan
No.
ko, I do not find it.
Sabi ni Jella. Pero sa bagay, puro pila pala.
Ayoko pa rin.
Oh,
Jella!
table. Yung tipong rented out yung amusement park just for you two.
Takot pa rin ako sa heights.
Hindi
Nakakatuwang
for me.
magsuka sa harap ng crush mo.
Pero kung kayong dalawa lang, then it's conducive for me. Hindi ka napipili.
Toot with reservation.
Ayan, no,
With reservations.
ayan yung express. Gusto ko din ng express tickets yan para walang pila-pila. Ganyan. Pero ang hirap nga din. Ang hirap nga din pag maraming tao.
Kasi
Ako,
kung kayo lang, kasi kahit masuka ka, ano yan, opportunity for ano, hurt comfort, ganyan-ganyan.
No! Ayoko na sumusuka!
Kaya yun.
Pinaka-hate.
Ano nga yung book ni Don na sila yung
What
may-ari
kind
ng
of day?
amusement park? Yes. Ayun.
What kind,
Ay, sorry, what about today?
What about
Sorry, what kind
today?
of day was Mina's book? Sorry.
Iba.
what about today?
What about today?
Kat, kung kaya naman pala niya sagutin yung plane tickets ko, wag na sa Disneyland, sa iba na lang. Ticket na lang to somewhere else.
Additional incentive din na pag na-rent out niya yung buong amusement park, aba, in this economy, tatanggi ka pa. Afford mo yan gawin. Hindi naman ako choose. I'm easy to please.
Dami nag-expand na yung fantasy.
Okay, next question. Next item. Toot or boot? 10 years after sequels. So, may sequel. Si Ben nagpadala nito eh. So, there's a series, tama ba? There's a series or a movie, tapos may sequel na 10 years after. Is that correct?
Yung setting niya, bale 10 years after.
Okay, so yan. 10 years after sequels.
Ay,
Toot or
wait.
boot?
As in, wait lang. Buong movie was one thing. And then
Oo.
nagkaroon siya
Tapos
ng
yung next-
sequel. So may
Oo.
ending na yung
Ay,
first
well.
movie. And then nagkaroon siya ng sequel na 10 years
10
later
years
na.
after. Oo.
Paano isip?
Ano yung ending nung first movie?
Happy? Pag happy yung first.
Pa rin.
Pag happy
Ano
yung
yung
first.
ending nung
Depende.
ano yung ending nung first movie?
Depende, oo nga.
Sabihin mo daw muna kung ano yung ending ng first movie at Ben.
Ano?
Guys, may nag-doorbell. Wait lang.
Go, go, go. HFN? HEA.
Oo.
HA pareho.
Pero
Okay.
HFN na siya bale, technically, kasi ginulo na naman sila sa sequel.
Oh, okay.
Ako doon.
So basically that the sequel is like an exploration of their relationship ganyan 10 years later.
Yes.
Okay. Toot or boot?
Toot.
So toot.
Ako depende rin.
Okay. Si Chi ay may delivery. Ayan. Sige, tawag dito, bakit toothbridge?
Toot siya kasi parang if for me if part 1 ends with a happy ending, it's most likely that part 2 will have them in an established relationship and will have different problems na hindi na yung parang problem of how they get together. So it's interesting always. Siyempre the sequel of an established relationship it varies kung ano yung premise eh. So it's also parang nakikita mo kung ano yung mga, nag-iiba-iba rin syempre yung mga problema na kakaharapin nila dun sa sequel. So, okay ako dun sa ano na yun. Tapos happy ending din yung sequel. So,
In sequel.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
so ayan.
Ron,
Yeah,
why
like it
depende?
kasi parang-
Ay, sorry. Sige, go. Go,
Ay,
Denise.
sorry.
Sorry.
Parang,
Go ahead.
especially when you grew up with the characters, like parang if they, kunyari the first movie came out yung in your 20s, tapos 20 years old ka rin, tapos 10 years later, there's a sequel, and it feels like you're growing up with the characters. And yung parang experiencing the same things they are, the same set of problems, parang ganon. So, kanina hindi ko naintindihan yung question kasi parang I was operating on the premise na hindi happy ever after yung first
Okay.
movie. But then if it's a happy ever after and another happy ever after, then yes. And what Ridge said also, it builds on that. And for me, yun parang the experience of growing up with the characters. Like they're real, like they're your friends. Parang gano'n. Yun yung sa akin.
Ben, ang gulo daw, sabi ni Jay.
Ang gulo nga nung mga tutor ni Ben.
Kasi, ano
Dapat may
yan eh,
explanation.
May
Dahil isa
explanation.
lang, dahil Together the series lang ang talagang na-consume ko ng maayos at nakapag-focus ako sa buhay ko. Yun lang din ang mga questions ko. Kasi, meron nga din, katulad niyan, yung sa 10 years after. Merong ibang series na pagdating sa sequel, HEA sila, tapos pagdating sa sequel, parang hindi naman naayos. Parang ginulo lang nila yung buhay nung nag-happily ever after na. So, both yun. Pero, yun nga, yung katulad ng mga sinabi nila na it deepens the connection. Kapag, dahil iba na yung issues, iba na yung problems. So, pagka gano'n naman, tooth naman ako. Okay.
Yes.
People in the
Naisip ko rin
chat
kasi
say,
yung Before Sunset trilogy. Right? So that's three.
go. Sige, Denise, go.
Wala
Go.
yung-
Continue.
three different phases of their lives. So, HF in yung second part, yung Before Sunset, because he missed his plane. And then in the Before, what was the last movie? Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and basta the third one, I forget. They're married already, so like, the problems that they're going through are clearly different and they're middle age na. So parang, alam mo yun, yung parang you feel that their love stands the test of time. Parang ganun. So yun yung naisip ko, kung bakit ko na iba rin yung sagot ko. So yun.
Okay. So, Agay says, Toot. Mina says, boot generally. Jella says, boot. Boot din kasi daw naguluhan si Jay. Kat says, kung epilogue lang, Toot. Kung movie, boot. So, kung maikli lang, game
Okay.
siya. Pero pag buong pelikula, ayun. Kasi parang may sakitan. Ayan.
Ako baliktad.
Before midnight daw, sabi nila.
Before midnight, there. Thank
Before
you.
midnight.
Thank you.
Ayan. Ron, ikaw, do you have anything to say about these 10?
Kung yung story, katulad na sinabi ni Bridge, na entirely new problems being faced, pero sila pare.
Mhm.
Ano rin, tooth for me. Pero kasi ang fear ko kasi, they're going to tackle the same things.
Aha.
Para lang to they're going to add complications just for the sake of it without exploring something new. Kaya depende ako. Kung if it's going to tackle entirely different things and actually have the characters grow, then yes, I'm for 10 years after sequels. Pero kung sequel mo para lang para lang guluhin and then you're just going to retread the same problems yung first thing.
Okay. Chi, meron ditong comment for you. Parang dami 99 na bili ni Chi.
Nakita ko, wag ka magulo, Jella.
Intermission.
Ang layo
Okay.
na ng 99.
9:15, payday.
9:15.
Okay, next. Next item. Parang feeling ko alam ko yung general consensus ng mga tao dito sa item na to. Okay, next, toot or boot? Public proposals. Toot or boot? Public proposals. Ayan, okay. So, sabi ko na nga ba eh. Alam ko na yung general consensus. It's a boot. Okay, so sinong gusto mag-explain bakit ayaw nyo?
Girl, mga bakla tayo sa Pilipinas, mabubugbog tayo.
Truly.
Baka hindi umabot sa kasal. Or sa civil partnership. Kasi actually, wala ka tayo civil. Baka hindi man na umabot sa bahay.
Baka atakihin ako sa puso. Hindi ko talaga kaya. Like, it's weird kasi I assisted in a friend's kind of. It was just us, a group of friends. Tapos sa school namin, college, kasi that's where they met, ganyan. Ang ano kasi doon, they've been talking about it for a while. Like, for a long time. As in, they've been talking about getting married. Inaantay na lang yung sing-sing, yung proposal, yung lahat. So, like, that's fine. Ando na sila eh. Like, parang, that was consent na eh. It was consented upon na something was gonna happen. And they knew they were talking about marriage na, and they knew each other well enough, and the girl wanted it. You know, the fancy, doing some big grand gesture. So, that's fine. Pero yung mga surprise, yung like, hindi pa namin napag-uusapan, pero mahal na mahal ko na siya, so magpo-propose ako sa harap ng maraming tao. No! Don't do it. Ayoko. That's so bad. Nakaka-stress yun. No. Boot.
See, everybody else in the chat says boot.
Oo. In the context din nga ng, context ng BLGL, kahit naman hindi siguro proposal for marriage, mga proposal, ganyan. For BLGL, it becomes performance na lang. Kasi, sasabihin, so, I'm gonna be like the most famous gay or lesbian proposer. Ano bang tawag yung nag-propose?
Gusto ko yung
It becomes a performance.
Cascade ng boot sa comments.
Puro boot sila lahat.
Boots
Boot.
Okay, next item. Toot or boot? Date din to. Date situation. Bake a cake at home date. Ito si Bridge to eh. Tapos meron siyang pahabol nung pinadala niya to. Yung bake a cake ba ay euphemism o hindi?
Bake my cake.
In your oven, gano'n.
Put it in the oven.
Either way, Toot.
Pound cake. Let's make pound cake.
When ang tawag dito, kayo na mag-decide kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng bake a cake. But toot or boot?
Either way, Toot.
Okay, so toot. Si Ron. Si Ron nag-isip pa.
Hindi, nag-ano na ako kanina.
Okay, sorry, hindi ko nakita. So everybody says toot. Ayan. So talagang gusto natin na sa bahay lang tayo.
Oo.
Correct.
Caveat ko lang, hindi ako maglilinis. The other person will clean. Kasi kung ako maglilinis, boot.
Maraming
Maraming points of interaction sa kitchen. Alam
maraming
niyo ba?
points
Yan.
of interaction at saka maraming outcome na
Devices.
maganda.
Yes. Pero yung sa webtoon na nirecommend ko
possible
kanina.
outcome.
Sa webtoon na nirecommend ko kanina, they started literally baking a cake. But they end up
Pounding.
baking a cake as a euphemism.
We started making a chocolate.
Diba? Best of
Medyo
both.
patok
may
yung
naalala
patok yung
ko
bake a cake. Saan?
Euphemism, buisit. Si Bridge kasi. Si-share ko ba? Yung kagabi.
Isang pechay.
Yung akala mo euphemism. Nagtatanong kasi siya for a character thing na favorite food. So sabi ko, ginisang pechay. Tapos nag-comment siya.
Is that a euphemism or is that really the favorite food of the character?
Nag-comment talaga siya na ginisa ba talaga o hinilabos. Tapos ako hindi ko na-gets. Hindi ko din na-gets. So yung nireply ko sa kanya ng, sabi ko, ginisa nga. Sabi ko yung may giniling tsaka may tokwa. Tapos, nag-reply siya, sabi niya, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Akala ko ginisang pechay was a euphemism. Sabi ko, Bridge, binigay ko naman talaga sa'yo yon to use as a euphemism. Pero totoong ulam yun.
Crackhead energy.
Anyway, ganyan na kami
300 out of
mag-usap.
365 days.
Yes,
Ayan.
let's bake the cake. Bake all the cakes.
To be fair to Bridge, meron ako kakilala who uses petchay as a euphemism.
I mean, same
Yes.
din.
Yes.
Ako rin. Totoo naman.
Sabi ko
Totoo
nga,
naman.
alam ko naman okay lang naman pero I was talking about na totoong ulam.
Seryoso pala siya doon sa ulam na yun.
Seryoso pala ako doon.
Alam ko,
Nakakainis.
Pag kasi galing sa Yuchi, parang food.
May point. May point naman, may point. May point ka, Ben. Tama naman yun. Nakakainis.
Nako, ayan na, Tapos magpapahira ng icing sa kung saan saan.
Doesn't matter if may cake.
Maghahagisan
naman.
kayo ng
Icing,
flour.
Ouch.
Ganyan. Cleanup is not fun. Haha. Depende kung ano nag-clean. Char.
Jay, gusto ko ng cake.
Mas
Hindi
nalaswanin
pwedeng
mo.
doesn't Gusto ko ng cake talaga, Jay. Hindi pwedeng. Gusto ko ng may cake. Gusto ko may mabuo kahit isang cake man lang na maliit. Cupcake.
Hindi mo nga ginagamit yung picture sa novela.
Huwag ka magulo!
Hindi ka nga makapag-inom ng kape dun eh. Nilalamig lahat ng kape dun, nilalamig.
Naglalabasan. O mag-order na lang daw ng cake after, Chi. Sure ka pang masarap. Next item. Ito na yung last item na pala to. Tooth or boot? Surprise kisses. Ang explanation dito wait lang bago kayo sumagot. Ang explanation dito ni Bridge ay yung yung K-drama kiss na pag may nag-kiss, nagugulat yung isa. Tapos biglang nagugulat yung receiver. Pero eventually, they go for it.
Sa akin.
They get into it. Oo.
Sa akin.
Tooth or boot?
Ako
Tooth. Si Chi hindi pa makapag-decide.
Iniisip ko kasi to, as in recently lang, iniisip ko rin to. Kasi may nanonood ako ng mga K-drama cases as you do. Tapos, iniisip ko talaga, parang pagod na ako dun sa, yung naninigas, tapos nanlalaki yung mata, tapos, ganyan. Ayoko na kasi nun. Yung
Pagkagaling talaga kay Chi. Pagkagaling talaga.
pag galing sa akin, bastos alam ko. Ganun yun.
Hindi masaya pag hindi naniniga.
Hindi, pero alam mo yung
Anong point?
ikikis, tapos magugulat, tapos hindi siya gagalaw, tapos magpa-pan out yung camera, tapos wala na yun na yung kiss. Ayoko nun.
Pero yung
Ayoko
ano
nun, yung nagulat lang, tapos wala talaga siyang
yung
ginawa.
cute yung nagulat, tapos nag-respond. Oh, di ba?
Oo, yung sumagot.
Diba?
Yung sumagot naman.
Kaya
Oo, hindi
mag-first
yung
aid.
first aid.
Mabilis mag-isip. I mean,
Si Agay, sa chat, hindi ko alam kung i-flash ko tong comment.
Wag mo na i-flash!
Naninigas at lumalaki.
Sinabi, di nga,
Wag mo na i-flash.
Alin?
Okay lang sabihin, wag lang i-flash. Pwede naman sabihin.
So everybody is like, I think, puro tooth yung sagot. Tooth. Sa experience ko. Sa experience ni Kat. Tooth.
Oy, Kat! Kwento mo nga!
Here with the
Story
class.
time! Story time.
Jella says tooth. Si Tanya boot. Ayun, pareho kayo ni Chi, Tanya. Yan.
Although yung ni-recommend ko kanina na drama, na web series, yung unang kiss din, gulat, pero hindi ganon. Parang kinis siya sa cheek, tapos nagulat siya. Tapos biglang went in for the kill, tapos gora na, ganon. Kinis na siya sa cheek tapos nagkagulatan silang dalawa. Tapos binalikan niya ng halik sa labi.
Tapos game na.
Game na, oo. Okay naman yun. Okay naman yun.
Ayan. Okay, so we're done with the Toot and Boot segment of the program. Thank you guys. Actually, that's the last item
Grabe yung
and
2.5 hours na tayo. What?
oo, 2.5 hours na tayo. Salamat sa mga nandito pa sa 11
Thank
million
you.
sa 11 million people
11
watching
million
us.
11 million.
people.
Salamat. Sana nag-enjoy kayo sa chikahan this afternoon. And also, I would like to remind everybody na gustong sumali, meron tayong sprints every Wednesday at 9 a.m. So that's Mina's time slot sa sprints Wednesdays 9 a.m. sa kilig.pub/Twitch. And then magkakaroon na rin tayo ng evening sprint starting September 24.
Yay!
That's Fridays.
Yay!
Every Friday 10 p.m. Yun, ako po yung makakasama nyo doon. So sana mag-join kayo. So
Yes.
same sa Twitch tayo mag-sprint. And then last announcement, starting October magkakaroon tayo ng romance class read along streams. So this is like parang stream na ganito, but we're mostly reading in like mga 30 minute increments ganyan. Ayan. So if you want to join us, please stay tuned for more details. We'll be announcing soon. And yun, yung romance class read along will be happening this October. Yun. Thank you so much guys for staying with us and for hanging out with us this afternoon. Sana may natutunan. Sana may natutunan kayo.
Pinapulutan ng aral tong mga taong to.
Bukod sa kalat namin lang.
Kahit pa paano, sana meron kayong na-pick up na valuable. Oo.
Insight. Naks, makarole mo.
Oo, feeling ko naman meron. Babalikan ko to after.
Maraming
Maraming-
blackmail material.
Maraming feelings na lumabas at saka maraming opinions na feeling ko naman they're all really valid. Ayan. And then again, if you're still here and you have not liked the stream, please like it now before you leave. And ayun, we're gonna greet you a happy weekend. Happy weekend, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Salamat.
Weekend. Thank you.
And see you next week.
Bye.